No bowlers that can restrict nobody in a batting condition like that. So that argument should be thrown through the window permanently about T20 being more about batting than bowling. It's not. No cricket is. 5-5, 50 overs, 5-10. It's about your ability to combine batting and bowling. So that's point one. Point two, we have always heard the remark perpetrated by Dwight Chattu and some cricket neophytes who follow it. That's all you have to do is to outscore the team in boundaries. That if you win the boundary count, you win the game, and therefore singles are overrated. In the game yesterday, people, between sixes and fours hit, West Indies scored 200 runs in the game. South Africa, when you combine their sixes and fours, 194. We were actually leading South Africa in the boundaries battle, but we ended up losing the game comfortably in the end. When you chase down them kind of score there and still have an over for spare, you won pretty comfortably.
West Indies won the boundary count?
Yes. Okay. We made 200 runs off boundaries. They made 194. I've also been telling you about the dot balls. West Indies in this game had 35 dot balls. South Africa had 24. So South Africa chasing 258 in perfect batting conditions, while they were still hitting sixes and fours the way we were, they were scoring off more balls than we were. 35 dot ball to we, 24 to South Africa. So we batted 11 more balls that we never scored off. Now let us say we got a single of them 11 balls. We would have scored 270, 271. Who knows the difference that could have made? So that's one more argument for the cricket neophytes. One last one. When the argument about Shea Hope comes up and Raymond Reefer, I've made the point that they may give you the same thing with their batting averages. We don't expect Raymond Reefer to come much lower than Hope. Mid-20s, lower 20s as a test match batsman. But I've always told you that the fact that he has an extra string up his bow, if the Tuano average 20 in a cricket, 24, 25, the Tuano, but one has the ability to get me wickets and the other one doesn't, then give me the one that gives me that extra dimension. Raymond Reefer, amongst the carnage in the game yesterday, was our most economical bowler. And it's not something that you can build a monument on, but it's a fact. He was the only one taking pace off the ball, bowling cutters, trying to bowl outside the batsman and hitting range. He was our most economic. In fact, not only was he our most economical bowler, only Rabada in the game, in the entire game, was more economical than him. Now, it doesn't mean that Raymond Reefer is the next Garfield Sobers, people, because I know some of you might say that. It means that he's more useful than some of us are giving him credit for. Like I said, the great Shea Hope is averaging 25. Raymond Reefer is somewhere around there in Test cricket. But the captain can show the ball to Reefer. And say, boy, get me a wicket here and there. Handle that with Hope. Given that context, give me Reefer. Then I hope and I understand all of the things that I say now. I know y'all won't, but for what it's worth, I want to hook up that. You have anything?
No.
All right. We go straight to it.
Mount Salem is there. Mount Salem.
Yes, good afternoon. Mr. Matthews.
Good afternoon, Mount Salem.
So Mr. Higgins wasted 10 minutes in telling us all about that game yesterday and didn't tell us the real reason why West Indies lost yesterday.
I didn't?
Yeah, man. The real reason why West Indies lost is because Johnson Charles did not do enough.
Oh.
Yes, that is the main reason why West Indies lost.
Yes.
Yes. Johnson Charles should have done better.
Mm-hmm.
Johnson Charles did enough. His score was not enough.
No, man, Johnson Charles did not do enough.
Or it didn't prove to be enough.
Yeah, man, according to Joe Chattu and his friend, Johnson Charles did not do enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some farmer good news though, Mr. Higgins. Ellie Matthews, being the only West Indian in the IPL, women's IPL, won the title yesterday.
Good news.
Yeah, and she not just did won the title, she also got the player of the series.
Good news.
Yeah, man, player of the tournament. So Yeah, big up to her with that. Yes, the other thing I want to hear from Correction and Pine and a lot of those other colours. How do you think with LeBron coming back, Mr. Matthews? What it means for the Lakers? Where do they see?
You know more watch the game the last time. LeBron James coming off the bench for only the second time in his career. Is there something wrong in the chemistry between LeBron and Anthony Davis?
Isn't LeBron James and Anthony Davis playing since 2020?
No man, this year, man.
So why would it change? Why the chemistry change this year?
Well, I mean, I know because Anthony Davis has been carrying the team. They won 8 of 13 without LeBron James.
That's not the question. They had chemistry before.
I don't know what.
Why wouldn't they no longer have?
Because chemistry can change.
I am hearing arguments of that to Mr. Matthews. I don't really buy that, you know.
Put it this way: when I saw Anthony Davis last night, he never looked as he ended up what 15 points.
Yeah,
he never looked at trying to find a word.
No man,
but I know that he's your play. I know that he's your play.
Anthony Davis has been poor in many games without LeBron.
Yes,
looking similar to how he looked last.
That I know that he's your player, but Anthony Davis.
Yeah, man, but if you can remember, he was heavily criticized. Which loss was it again? It was a loss.
Early part of the
No. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about early part. I'm talking about since the trade. Yeah. There was a couple of games where he was heavily criticized, and even when he had a poor game and they lost, he came back against Orlando, and they won despite him looking lackluster again. So it is not true that is when he's playing with LeBron James, he look lackluster. That is not the case.
Why is he having such a moderate season? By his own standard,
I'm not sure, but this has nothing to do with LeBron.
Yeah, but 30 seconds though, Mr. Matthews. Do you buy this argument that Pep wanted to protect Messi while he took off Ireland in that 5-love Leipzig game? I wanted to ask you for me, I forget. Do you buy that argument?
Go again.
The argument that Pep took off Ireland because he wanted to protect Messi, 5 goals.
No man,
in the Champions League.
No, but here why the argument they can't make sense too. Hasn't he taken off Haaland in many games where he has scored 3 goals and City look like them win the game, just take him off? You remember when they went to earlier on in the Champions League, they went away, he scored a hat-trick in the first half and Haaland didn't come out for the second half.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
So, and there have been English Premier League games where they blow the team away and he has been brought.
The reason why I don't take it to Mr. Higgins and Mr. Matthews is how can Pep protect everybody from...
Why would you listen? You know, so sometimes we want to hope people come
up. That don't make any sense because Pep can't protect everybody from scoring 6 goals. So why would he protect Haaland? And if Haaland end up being the one that breaks the record, that looks good on Pep.
Exactly. You see,
that don't make any sense.
You see, if he was on the field and got injured with 10 minutes to go after score 5,
yes,
everybody would say, "What kind of?"
Why is he still having a big strike on the field and he already scored 5 goals? Yes,
true. So sometimes people say things I don't think they really think it up before they say it. Yeah, have a good day, gentlemen.
All right.
I think Pep himself did kind of jokingly say something like that, you know, gassing up the report.
No, well, when he came back now, he scored a bunch of goals in the FA Cup and was brought off. No, Messi has never played in the FA Cup, so Pep was joking and saying that, I took him out to protect Messi FA Cup record.
Yeah. Because people were saying he took
him off in the Champions League to preserve Messi's record.
Exactly. All right, Prince Green. What's up, sir?
Come on, that's a fun banter from Ronaldo fanboy where really not better for do. I don't even think themselves realize that them just make them baller look. You understand? Because what? Come on, man. I just banter, man. Banter between fans and fans. You understand?
Yeah.
Anyways, Orville, I don't watch a match yesterday, you know, the first part. The second part, I have to run an errand when South Africa go back, right?
Right.
I'm say, you know what I'm say? The grandfather say, you know what I'm saying? Now what the 250, you know? That wicket here, South Africa, lick it off. And the man said, man, you can't lick it off, man. And I said, watch out, you don't lick it off. So said, so done.
Yes.
You understand?
Those who were telling me that we won T20 because we could liquid cricket ball more than anybody else. It's not true, my boss. We won T20 because we combine batting and bowling better than everybody else. And that's
exactly.
Exactly. The importance of Narayan and Badre and Dwayne Bravo and Jerome Taylor and Darren Sammy himself could have bowled Suleiman Ben. If we had 3 out of them 6 there, we would probably defend the score. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, you know, the courts have some good TV down there, Orville. Courts have some good TV done there, isn't it?
What do you mean by that?
They are talking in the opening salvo, Jamaica lose the match yesterday. So you watch it for a different TV for everybody else.
I mean, the game draw.
Yeah, but you can afford to buy a TV, Baba.
The game draw. I mean, I was disappointed in every one of my team yesterday.
No, man.
Ravel Morrison step on the man.
No, man. We're going to have the Azteca, right? When people are expected to get a 3 love or 4 love, right?
True.
With a new coach.
True.
I will get a draw out of the match. Come on, man.
You expected us to get 3 and 4 love with that team?
Some people, boss, I got the barber shop yesterday. I'm up on the road. I talked to 1 and 2 people, and basically everybody I say, yo,
what did you think going into?
All right, wait at the break. Hold the break and we'll come back.
Prince Green.
Prince Green, yeah.
Importers, submit proper invoices to customs to reduce delays in clearing shipments. Visit www.jacustoms.gov.jm for details. The temperature by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
31 degrees Celsius in New Kingston.
No pizza. Slice the cheese, 1, 2, 3, see ya. Jamaica to Florida, say, show me how the fun to me cheese. But I just a thing when me like it. I get the cheese, make it nice. Would I never pick another chance? Cause show me how the fun to me cheese.
Easter time and me ready for the phone. Everybody grab a me spurred Easter bone. Easter bone and I sit premium. Give love, give bone. Run up and down. Them other bone. No, them no worthy. Them don't taste like Miss Birdie. Set it in a night hour. When it turn, start do a dance and start feeling Miss Birdie bone. What a bone taste like Miss Birdie bone. You know see it me a slice Miss Birdie bone. Hey, full of bass spice Miss Birdie bone. Hey, feel the rice price Miss Birdie. Easter bone Miss Birdie. Hey, run up and down.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services, including motor, property, liability, accident, life, and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5, or shop number 3, James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so back with you, Prince Green.
Yeah, man. Before the match started, even myself think so we don't lose the match. I say about 2-1. Even though Mexico they got the World Cup and them struggle, right? But remember, they up at the Azteca that and them have Lozano a play. My next baller, they Jimenez did a play. So all in all, it's a decent Mexico team. So me not really expect Jamaica to go up there and get a draw. And we could have win the match if I never for the clumsy tackle from Ravel Morrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even Leon Bailey get chances.
But the man, them like the post about 2 or 3 times still enough. We are talking about what we could have done.
Yeah.
What we could have, should have.
We could have win. Normally, we go to Mexico. And also the game play out to them could have win and we could have win.
True.
Oh, normally the Mexicans dominate, and if we're lucky, we're lucky.
Yeah.
And if we're lucky, we're lucky. Because I see something yesterday with them say I must say 5 man alone score for Jamaica in the Azteca.
It's the most difficult place to play in this region, So once you go there and get a draw, it's a good result. It's a great
result, as a matter of fact, with a new program and everything. So me just hope that it's not a case where the last time, I remember we go finals at World Cup and go semi at World Cup and still couldn't qualify for World Cup. I hope that the result of our Azteca is not like that, where it's just flatter to deceive, and when the real thing come with us, we'll tear away. But the good thing, as I say, is that when you have, when I have America, Canada and Mexico for contend within the World Cup qualifier. So I'm not see why we can't go World Cup.
Yes.
That team, yeah, supposed to take way over the line.
Yeah, man.
No, that them 3 big guns. They're not
Even the 3 big guns, the team is supposed to at least be competitive.
I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So no, when JFF now have no excuse. Cause me believe say yesterday the program start back afresh in terms of 2026 World Cup campaign. You know, I feel like yesterday start back. You know, so and matter of fact, I see some people from Facebook and all over cuss the reggae boy. Them say, boy, them should have do better. One bag of long pass. It's a work in progress, gentlemen. It's not gonna change overnight. The style of play not gonna change overnight. The starting 11 now gonna change overnight. So my people want to get dash now get a dash overnight. It's a work in progress. It's gonna take time.
Yeah.
You understand?
All right.
A man can just come in and run with 11 man and go for 11 freshman. Because Theodore Whitmore wasn't that fool to pick 11 man where none of the man them never good enough to make the national team. At least 5 or 6 of them should at least good enough. Even if it's only that say Theodore Whitmore bias or something.
All right, Prince
Green, leave it. That's all.
Yeah, man.
All right. So LeBron James missed the last 13 games before he came back yesterday. There was a game against Toronto. Anthony Davis played 33 minutes. So it's not like he sat out the game. He played 33 minutes. Only scored 8 points and only attempted 7 shots without LeBron James.
Okay.
So, and against that Orlando, only 15 points. And against New York, he got below 20 points as well. So it's a thing that happens with Anthony Davis, whether LeBron James is playing or not. So I don't think it's a chemistry and LeBron James issue. It's an Anthony Davis issue.
All right. Fair point. Bull. What's up?
All right. So I just want to touch on the reggae boy thing a little bit, yeah?
Mm.
Now, to me, still, we have Leon Bailey on the football field, and everybody gives them best. You don't want your best player to at least do something. But the man out there look like a prime fast bowler. I can't cricket him out there play.
He looked ordinary.
I know football him out there play. Cricket, Leon Bailey go play yesterday, man.
He looked like an ordinary player.
The man look like a JPL baller. The man was dismal. And I am not talking about when you try to take an opponent and try to beat them. Because, you know, you try to dribble up a defender and every time you go beat him, yeah?
Mm.
But some little 5-yard pass, man, overhit him. Get one him to the late too low. Him overhit that one. Then get one him just pass it right on defender foot, I think, to give Nicholson. The man was dismal last night.
Yeah.
I feel like he just need to relax more while he play. I feel like he pressure himself too much.
No, I don't know who can disagree with it. You know, him does not look the same in Jamaican colours with me.
Him look away, man. Him look away, man. Him look this man. Man look away.
And you can't, you know, I've heard people saying, boy, him now bunks it the right way. And
no matter that man let him go.
That may be true, but when you 1-on-1 with the keeper, you know, come down to teammates again.
Yeah, man, when the man them done, because the man let him go on the right hand side a couple of times and it's second defender and try to beat defender. The defender is about 35 years old. Push around the defender and see him try to step over it, the ball, he keep back and heel, all kind of thing. I wonder if he visit center match and take a wash out before match time. Look away, man. I tell you the truth, the ball look away.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the coach and everybody believes in him. Because if all me, you know, I'm at the first, when the coach send on Corbett, you know, I hit me a pull, you know.
Mm.
But because
he took off. What the number 18 name again? Jamal Lowe.
Yeah, him pull.
But he never had to play nothing neither. Really.
You know what? I something with the coach yesterday though, and at one point in time in the game, when it's about 10 minutes left in the game, it was Bobby Reed and the new midfielder, the young midfielder, what's his name,
Russell, yeah.
And them two man in a midfield and leave Corey Burke and them at the high enough, so I'm sure that him have and him almost steal it and the last with Corey Burke.
Yeah.
So I'm sure so him have the what we call bravery now to say I am alone with Mexico, I need a win,
Well, no, it's not a matter of bravery. We needed a win to advance.
But the lineup brave for me still.
No. For you to say that the coach was brave in going as attacking as he could. It's not the greatest analysis when being brave is like all we had.
That was left, about 12 minutes left on the game.
No, but a draw wouldn't help us. We needed to win the game to go through. So even if the coach would take off every defender and play 11 forward, it wouldn't be a brave decision. It would be the only decision he had to go for broke.
There was no more attack on the bench because I feel him could have pulled Bell as well and put Taxi to play left back and send an next attacker because he had Taxi playing to cover the
I said it on Friday, that the last time I said Taxi Lawrence, he wasn't as bad as all people make it out to be. And the look of time he spent on the field yesterday, he never disgraced himself at all.
Yeah, man, him doing
as a
job,
matter of fact, I want to say, I believe that he's better at crossing the ball than Amari Bell. Amari Bell might give you a little bit more work defensively and might look a bit more energetic and hustle. But once I
wouldn't advocate for him to be starting over Bell.
Fine, but I'm saying when he does find himself in forward positions, I may always believe a baseball Jamaica play. When I go, and I've been saying this for 10 years, when it comes to boxing it and mixing it up in the middle of the field, most of them can't have team I go play. Which is why I think our ability to get crosses from the flanks is one of the most important goal scoring assets. So when the wing backs them can get down the wing and square the ball, it adds to our inability to score regularly, I think. And at least Taxi can get that.
I want to touch on the tactics of the coach. I thought, well, I don't know if this is his way going forward, but I think he was spot on last game, last night. These Mexican defenders can manage
Bowser
with the ball up in the air and him winning them and flicking them off the low.
But why was he playing in the first half, especially all over the place? Sometimes the man, like him, was playing left wing.
Who that?
Bowser.
No, because
you want Bowser in the box every single time.
No, man, kicking it too. No, we're talking from the build-up or throughout the game.
No, at different points in the game. We are playing the ball over the top to Bowser. You don't want Bowser to be catching the ball and dribbling. In big and tall and strong.
Bowser was the one who was flicking it off.
No, man, but in the second half, he was a little bit more direct. But too often for me, in the first half, he was having to fetch ball in too many wide areas.
So you're talking about we're kicking it long, going wide instead of going right through the middle.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. But normally you don't want it right through the middle and someone running off him so he can get African. Like how the goal was scored.
There you go.
But I don't have a problem with their tactics against Mexico. And the kind of football that we Jamaicans want to see, this nice put down and nothing. The midfielders to do them something.
No, I agree.
So is either we're going to play the ball majority of the ball and do it to Leon Bailey, and it seems like Leon Bailey is playing as a centre forward in this week. Play the ball to the wing to Bobby Breed and Lowe. I think Lowe was average in that game, so we need to find a better winner than Lowe for me. So I guess when Antonio comes back, we will go with Nicholson and Antonio up top, two powerful centre forward, and put Lowe on the right and put Lowe on the left. And I
don't see Lowe, Nicholson, and Antonio playing in the same game.
You don't think we can use a front two of Nicholson and
no,
Antonio?
I wouldn't do it.
Leon Bailey and Bobby Reed?
No. Me I talk about Lowe. That's Jamal Lowe.
No, we'd bench Lowe.
Oh, you'd bench Lowe?
We bench Lowe, put Bobby Reed on the left hand side, put Leon Bailey on the right hand side, and play with the two strong centre forward.
Oh, that's what I mean. All right.
Because to me, still with them balls filling up top, if they're going into the chest of Antonio, you're getting a better somebody who can chop it and bring people into the play.
No, man, I think I said Jamal Lowe plus Bowser plus Mikel Antonio.
No. I would say with just Lowe, move Bailey from up top, because Bailey was basically playing up top, he moved to the wide position. And when we defending, it was like a midfield fight.
Okay. All right.
When we defending, Leon Bailey kind of drop back in and Bobby Reed thinks inside.
I'm
saying, so we're saying if we're going to continue with this 4-4-2 formation, we can drop Low, put Bailey on the left on the right hand side, put Bobby Reed on the left hand side, and play with the two big centre forwards.
All right, boss. That's one option.
But yeah, another thing, the right back. I don't want to see Powell, not Powell, right?
Javian Brown.
Yeah, this is the right back, solid.
Lambi Casey?
Yeah, man, very good defensive.
I like him.
And on the ball, good defense. It's not a youth that will stick with the ball. A couple times I have the pass down the line and said, now I'm the pass there, cut inside and pass it the central midfielder. I'm afraid we can work with the central midfielder, K-Man.
Who come on again? Russell. Yeah. The number 22.
Him and Johnson can work in the middle of the park.
Yeah, I like what I saw of him as well.
The public will come on right now. Because he's not playing no football, so he's not sharp. So whenever he must go come on. I see him again.
Ravel
probably will come on. Because after 15 minutes, the Ravel there.
Yeah, look boss for sure.
Yeah, man. So problem come on.
Just probably part of the reason why I give away the penalty, you know, because the bosser you are, the more you lunge off of the ball rather than read and get in the right position. One step slow.
But you see that the coach is better though. And the changes impact the game. I like that.
All right, my boss.
All right.
Cool. We'll take the break. We're coming back.
Show me how the bun to me cheese. But I just a thing when me like real Jamaican. And then the cheese make it nice. Would I never pick another choice? Can't show me how the bun to me cheese. Your mind get fun when I Easter. You whole man, no pizza. Slice the cheese, 1, 2, 3, see ya. Jamaica to Gorilla say, show me how the bun to me cheese. But I just a thing when me like real Jamaican. And then the cheese make it nice. Would I never pick another choice? Can't show me how the bun to me cheese.
The music from Yabba's Sunshine J album is hailed by the press release as the sweetest reggae album to come out of Jamaica in recent years. Written and produced by Tony Steins, CEO of Yabba Music, Sunshine JA is available for download from all major platforms: Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, CD Baby, iTunes, Deezer, and Snapchat. Feel good music for all occasions. A must for your playlist. Also available on CD.
Paul, I need help with my vehicle cost this year. It's going through the roof. You think I should call Keith?
You're mad. Don't you want a system that easy for you?
Yeah, man.
You want the best price boat here too?
Yeah, man. I bet you want real-time alert and island-wide coverage. Yeah, man. So the smart choice is Hawkeye.
They will give you a free 30-day trial.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell me something. You ever say anything but yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Just say yeah, man to Hawk Tracker from Hawkeye. Call us at 926 Hawk. Conditions apply.
Betting on your favorite sports and virtual games just got easier with AnyBet, Jamaica's premier online betting website. Visit us at anybet.com and sign up to enjoy our exquisite games and betting options at your fingertips, plus $1,000 welcome bonus. Try out our 200 instant games and our spin and win game with 34-1 odds. Also enjoy 10% weekly cashback on pre-match and live bets. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to wager. AnyBet, your best bet.
Omega Radio now presents Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, AnyBet, and Dangel's Auto Spares and Accessories. All right, in Sports in a Minute, the Bangladesh beat Ireland by 22 runs under the Duckworth-Lewis method in a rain-affected first of 3 T20s yesterday. Ronnie Talcadadar struck a career best 67 as the host posted 207 for 5 in 19.2 overs before rain ended their innings in Chittagong yesterday. Now, despite a brave effort, the Tourists could only manage 81 for 5 after the target was revised to 104 of 8 overs. That is Sports in a Minute.
KLSFM has just presented Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. AnyBet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. And Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue. You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back. Sir P.
Yes, Mr. P.
Zidane, yeah. Let me ask Orville,
yes,
what the average, the aggregate and the average, a Palmer skipper of Jamaica side?
Yeah, well, Blackwood captain the last game.
Okay. So what average Palmer?
What's him average in first class cricket?
Short the competition.
I'm not sure. I'd have to check, but he hasn't been doing all that great.
All right, let me ask you something. Oh, somebody participate in the Diamond League. You apply, you are being invited.
In the Diamond League?
Yeah, man.
Track and field?
Yeah, man.
No, you're not invited, man. You can't just put yourself on the people.
Okay. The reason why I said that, Orville, the name, I don't quite remember if I read it, the name, around 4 or 5 outstanding girls, boys, in boys and girl champs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Leave school 2 years prior to when them supposed to leave, right? And enter the professional league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I'm saying, suppose them not marketable because I don't think I can recall any of them, before what mentioned, like the twin sisters and what the other Clayton and whatever, perform outside the school meet. Right? Suppose them not marketable. And they fell by the real roadside, right? You know what you understand what I'm getting at?
No.
All right. Them leave school, they outstanding, them have 2 years leave for school, then them say, why, watch ya. They go pro. Them enter the pro league and don't perform to standard, them standard drop. You think they would regret when that's instead of spending the 2 years in school?
I don't know. I don't know because I don't know. Why would they regret it?
No, because they're not market. That's why I asked you, And you say them they have been invited, right? They're not marketable because their performance is below par, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they would make a living.
Then you can always. I don't even know. School is something you can't go back to, you know.
Okay. Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
People can go back to do evening class and whatever high school has to offer. You can't go back to do some subjects.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that's
so you try turn pro, it no work out. You go back to school.
Aye.
No one do that. All right.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Hello. Garvey.
Richard, I don't know if I roll out the red carpet or not.
Oh, the red carpet, for God.
Yeah.
You want fanfare as well and musical.
No, but I want some dance and some belly dance.
Oh my God. All right, Garvey.
Zidane.
Yes, Garvey.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yes.
Is it a sporting fact, Zidane, that LeBron James has changed teams 3 times in the NBA?
Yeah.
That's a fact, right?
Yes.
Is it a fact, sir?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, answer like in a certain song.
No, but I check them if you say for 2 or 3 or how many.
Is that a fact, Orville?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is it also a fact, Zidane, that on the first 2 occasions where he changed teams, he went to teams with multiple all-stars as teammates on it? Is that a fact?
Yeah.
It's a fact, right? Is it also a fact that despite having teammates that were multiple all-stars, the teams struggled for a prolonged period before they could gain any form of chemistry?
No.
You're going to dispute that? Or is that a fact?
No, man. Rubbish that you had.
Okay. What was Miami's record after 17 games with LeBron James?
I don't remember.
500.
But didn't Miami go to the NBA Finals in his first year?
I said, is it a fact that despite having multiple all-star teammates, that in every stop that he has went to, the team has struggled for prolonged periods?
No, my boss, I don't agree with that.
So you wouldn't call a team with Dwayne Wade?
No, but hold on now.
You wouldn't say a team with Dwayne Wade.
I say I disagree, Garvey, no matter the names so you call. I say you're wrong, my boss. Because every team going to go through them ups and downs. They went to the NBA Finals in 2000.
They went to 4 straight
finals, my boss.
Whoa.
That doesn't sound like a team struggling.
When Kevin Durant went to Golden State, did they have any chemistry issues in terms of gelling?
What you call jelly? Because they lost games and people was wondering
No, but listen, after 20 games, they had probably the best record in the NBA.
No, man, they didn't. They didn't get the best record at no point in Kevin Durant.
Whoa. Zidane.
The Golden State Warriors.
Tell me.
But hold on. Going by your logic, my boss, they had no chemistry there, because before Kevin Durant, they won 73 games, which is a record. When Kevin Durant, no, but you're going to allow me to talk on the radio now. When Kevin Durant came, there was no point when they won that amount of games.
Zidane,
so what's the point you're making?
That is not the question I asked you. I asked you, when Kevin Durant went to Golden State, did they have any issues gelling as a team initially?
They won less game than the season before.
How, like 5 less games?
It doesn't matter. Going by your logic.
Listen, the season before was an NBA record. How many teams, when Chicago won 72 games, right? In 1995, 96. How many games did they win the following season?
But I remember that, my boss. So I remember about 90.
They go on to also win the championship? They won 60-something games.
I remember
so
what
don't
happened.
Tell me that. What I asked you, Zidane.
But I don't really. What's the point you're making?
Zidane, let me ask you a question, Zidane.
You're just asking a bunch of unnecessary questions.
Another question, Zidane.
What's the point you're making?
In all those cups that LeBron James has been to, right? The expectations going into Miami, do you think the expectations were reached?
What do you mean? When?
When he went to Miami, do you think the franchise's expectations were matched with what was delivered?
I don't know what the franchise's expectations were.
Oh, okay. Well, do you think LeBron James' expectations was matched?
In terms of the team, I don't know what his expectation was.
Then him they sit down at the press conference and said not 4, not 5, not 6.
Oh,
not 7.
His expectation was to win 7.
Then him say it.
You take that serious, Garvey?
Hold on, who said it?
Garvey, I think he was an intelligent man. You know?
Okay, next thing I want to ask you, Zidane. Here the next question, Zidane.
Yeah.
Tell me one of those teammates that LeBron James has played with, right? Who, when he went to play with
But Garvey,
Garvey, much better than they were before.
Garvey, what's the point? What point are you making? You're just asking one bunch of questions. I don't know where you're going.
At the opening of the show, right?
Yeah.
Orville alluded to something. Chemistry issues with LeBron James. And what I am trying to tell you, didn't I tell you that when LeBron James came back, this team was going to lose?
But they lost games before LeBron James. So yes, no, don't speak about on the radar. Hey, with this nonsense on the radar, boss. They would have lost games without LeBron James. So I mean, LeBron James come back and they would have lost.
They would have lost games with LeBron.
Yeah, they're going to lose games with LeBron James.
Zidane, you came on the radio a week before last when they showed a little life, and you said, with a healthy LeBron James back, you think they can make a run in the West. So and what did I say to you?
So what?
I said to you, Zidane, when LeBron comes back, he is going to upset the whole chemistry.
But how do you know that's they lost one? They would have lost games before. Everybody lose games, the boss. You sound done on the radio, Garvey. Is every game Michael try to play and win?
Let me leave you with that.
Is every game Steph Curry play and win? Is every game Kevin Durant play?
No, but in fairness, Garvey, how do you?
Hold on, with the
Garvey, let me just leave you with that.
No, man, but hold on.
I'm annoying him. Hold on, I'm gonna leave because I'm annoying him. But when leaving, I will leave him with this stat. There have been 81 players in the history of the NBA to average 30 points a game. Over the last 2 seasons, LeBron James's win shares ranks 77th and 79th out of those 81 players. Right ahead of guys like World B. Free.
How many players?
He is not playing winning basketball.
How many players go to 10 NBA finals? In NBA history.
What does that have to do with what I just told
No, you're saying he doesn't play winning basketball. And I'm asking you, how many players in NBA history?
I said, I didn't
answer my question. I've answered all your ridiculous questions. How many players in NBA history have played in 10 NBA finals?
Zidane, Jerry West did that, and he's not considered anywhere close to the GOAT.
No, I'm asking you. That's one. Name more, no, man. You say who play winning basketball?
Zidane, what I'm trying to show
Garvey, you're not making any sense on the real. The man has gone to 10.
Boss,
the man has played in 10 NBA finals and he has won 4 championships. How can you say that man is not playing winning basketball? You don't sound good for the radio, my boss.
When they made the trade and got those
I don't understand how you're so proud of coming on the radio and sound like an idiot in my boss. I don't understand.
The expectation that you were expecting, that when LeBron comes,
the man come back and has played one game, my boss. One game. They're not going to win every game, Garvey. So you have to wait until.
He's not playing winning basketball.
All right, Garvey. We're gone.
Have a great day, sir.
Why this man? How the man so proud of coming on the radio and sounding like an idiot? Garvey sound like a straight idiot, you know. Oh, can a man go 10 NBA?
Calm down.
It's a 9, my man. Him to a 9 with this thing, I know. Him come every day and say I'm intelligent. And this is 9 the hell out of me with this foolishness. I criticize LeBron.
All right, who we have now? Hello.
The Carol Orville man.
What's up, Omar from St. Thomas?
Good day, man. Before we analyze that, I must say congratulations to Baptist Alliance. The youngster them put on a clinic yesterday, beating York 6-0.
Yeah.
Up by York. Yeah, man, we have a youngster where I'm going to introduce to you guys pretty soon.
Yeah.
Real talented little youth. Yeah, man. But Zidane Mubad.
Yes.
You know why I enjoy Garvey at the end of this? Because when Russell Westbrook
you enjoy those idiotic arguments, Baba?
Enjoy because guess what? When Russell Westbrook when Clippers lose and Lakers lose, and Russell Westbrook caused it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? So I'm glad that Garvey come tell us that LeBron caused it too. To make you understand. So when you blame Westbrook alone on a team where have 5 man, it was unfair, my boy.
You know what the word blame means?
What does it mean?
No, you tell me, because I never said any such thing, my boss. Mr. Russell Westbrook is not a great fit with LA. Based on how LeBron James played Anthony Davis, he's not a great fit. And you're not going to Lego Anthony Davis, when let go of LeBron James. So Russell Westbrook would have fitted better with shooters.
And you said it better.
No, and I never blame him on my boss. I never blamed him. I'm saying he doesn't fit well. And the Lakers made some trade, and everybody seeing that the Lakers looks better now as a unit than...
Just like you said earlier, Zidane. Anthony Davis has scored 15 points, and he take Austin Reeves to score 35 points to make Lakers win. Come on.
But LeBron James did not play in that game.
And? Come again?
No, LeBron James did not play in that game.
LeBron James did not do it?
The game when AD scored 15 and the white guy, Reeves, scored 35.
No, LeBron wasn't there. Me never said.
Yeah, but that's the point I'm making. That's why I'm wondering, Garvey sounds so idiotic on the radio. Hold on, my boss, let me make the point, man. The man is so dumb, my boss. That the man, AD would have played. AD scored 8 points against Toronto, you know, and LeBron wasn't a part of that game, you know. And they lost to Toronto. So how you going to come? The man lose to a team in Farno, Chicago, they're fighting for a play-in spot. They have won 4 of their last 5 games. So they are playing very well. And your argument is that it's LeBron James come back. They're not going to win every game when LeBron James come back. And they would have lost game without LeBron James. So what kind of argument that's LeBron James come back? Man sound like a idiot for the radio. Hold the line, man. We're coming.
Rise to immunize. Eliminating diseases saves lives. Visit your nearest clinic or health center for more information or log on to www.moh.gov.jm. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The time by Ministry of Health is 1:45.
Mommy, can we buy some Easter bun, please? Make sure it's Whitfield Easter bun, because it tastes so good. You can eat it with butter, cheese. You can eat it with anything. You can even eat it by itself. Just buy it. Try it. You will love it. Whitfield is the best Easter bun. From it reach your shelf, say it done. Buy Whitfield Easter bun.
Get it in your supermarket and grocers island-wide. Visit us at 4 Western Park, Maypen, and 1 near Richmond Park Avenue, Kingston 10.
Call us at 876-986-2256 or 210-3772.
Last chance to save big when you shop at Courts. Get up to 60% off and pay nothing down on 12 to 48 months credit. Civil servants get an extra 15% off select items on 24 to 48 months. Save with Courts BOGO deals. Buy one item and get 15% off the next. Or buy 2 items and get a whopping 40% off on 36 to 48 months credit. Big discounts and mattresses, bedroom furniture, dining, TVs, ACs, stoves, washers, AKT bikes and accessories. Courts, bringing value home. Promotion runs until April 1. Conditions apply.
It's the 2023 Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs. And you guessed it, the #1 sports radio station, KLS FM, will be in the thick of things just like White on Rice. Will Edwin Allen and Kingston College retain their titles, or will new champions be crowned? Join our experienced, knowledgeable, and entertaining team as we take you through the championships with analysis, interviews, and exciting commentary. Sponsored by Bashco, the store that gives you more. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working to serve you even better. Azan Super Center, the superstore for your home and more. Grace Kennedy Remittance Services. Win it with your DKMS Western Union School Spirit. Grace Foods, taste that moves you. Hawkeye Electronic Security Limited, securing what matters most. Manchester Co-op Credit Union, where service exceeds expectations. Island Eyewear Limited, prescription eyeglasses start at $5,900. Book your appointment now. WhatsApp 876-393-5263 or call 876-630-1180. Edicom Cooperative Credit Union. Join us today and benefit from our lowest mortgage and motor vehicle loan rates. And Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Omar, how can somebody come and read and argue that a team that went to an NBA final had chemistry issue and it's because of LeBron? The man went to Miami and went to 4 straight NBA finals and him dropped the ball in one of them. Still no, but the others, Dwayne Wade was past his best. The man has gone to 10. The man went to 9 or 8 straight NBA finals, 10 overall. And that man don't play winning basketball. You know that before LeBron got injured, when you check the amount of games he played by himself, Lakers had a winning record when AD was out and LeBron alone was in. When LeBron is out, this is before the trade now. When LeBron is out and AD alone is in, they had a losing record. So let me repeat. With LeBron alone and no AD before the trade, they had a winning record. With AD alone and no LeBron James, they had a losing record. How is it a LeBron James? I see the man not play winning basketball.
No,
this man went to LA, no, my boss, and tell LA if you get rid of all of the young players then for bringing superstar AD. Why you think you want to bring in superstar AD? Not to win.
Yeah, as I was saying in Zidane, I don't think Garvin mean it like it just
boss, the last 5 times the man called the radio. Magic Johnson greater than LeBron James. Larry Bird greater than LeBron James. What was the other one? Something again negative about LeBron James. I'm coming to that rubbish again. The man hate for LeBron James making pretty talk rubbish on the radio and sound like a clown, my boss, man. It's a nine, now, man.
But as I said Zidane, because you know why I'm laughing about this. Remember the first game where Westbrook over Clippers, and you come and say, see it? The man off the bench Westbrook but we know, and I've said this on the program already, my boss. Anthony Davis didn't do Russell Westbrook justice, my boss, because he played poorly. 1 and 2 game him turn up. LeBron wasn't having the best season either. So for them to blame everything on Westbrook, I was upset. Just even like the other day when I said the team changed over, I said, Zidane, you have to remember this. Russell Westbrook never have the money. As some Patrick Beverly and some man outside him.
He's not Russell Westbrook up to lead the teams that he has left over the years. Now trade him away. Something wrong in my boss. In the last 4 or 5 years with Russell Westbrook.
Zidane. Bush part because you know, I want to do minutes for this because I never this really can't talk about it.
But Omar, you talk for 5 minutes and then you can't talk about.
Sorry,
time management is part of the thing, you know.
As I say, I have a move quick then. Zidane. So you say the tell you not that City not going to win a major title, including the Champions League, does it?
Who?
City.
You believe that
City is my pick. City is my pick. City is my pick to win the Champions League.
City is your pick?
Yes.
Well, Bayern Munich made a damn good move then. Because I believe that these players have impressed too, look.
You should have started with that, man. You spend too much time attack where you never call for that. We have to leave it there, sir.
But that good still, man. We call back again, man.
Tomorrow we talk.
I'm my boss. Big up.
All right, yo.
All right. Preacher.
Yeah, man. Big up.
Yeah,
what's
good
up?
afternoon, sir.
Boy, Gavi, why the struggle, man? Gavi is an impatient person, you know. They say the same way him overhype Mahomes, even though we know Mahomes great. He might preempt what the Lakers season are gonna be with LeBron's return. One game can't justify the argument, the Gavi.
I don't get it, my boss.
Lakers have been 6-5, I think, without LeBron. That don't mean that they're on a tier without him. It don't mean that they're much better without him. If you're 6-5, it don't mean you're better. It don't mean you're necessarily.
They lost to the Houston Rockets, my boss. One of the worst teams in NBA history in terms of a regular season.
No, I am not a LeBron James fan. You know this, Zidane. So I come to the conversation with no bias towards James.
Yes.
But the truth of the matter is, Because once it gets to the playoffs, if they finish 7th or 8th, Memphis or Nuggets, they're going to need LeBron. If they're going to get over the hump,
them little man when you're Brown and some little man, them can't carry Lakers to no boss.
They won't be able to do it. So I don't understand. And then the reference to LeBron joining the Heat and the Heat going to a purple. And LeBron alone did join. Remember, Chris Bosh did join too.
It was a pretty much a brand new team.
Them create almost a new team around them. So and then the team ended up winning.
Yeah, they went to the finals. So you're going to complain about chemistry issues with that team.
That's a good comparison.
No, let me show you how he's in August Sports poorly. Even if there were some issues in the first 25 games, with the same LeBron James, they worked it out. Even if there were issues, they went to the finals. So it's the same LeBron James worked it out well enough and had great chemistry to go to 4 straight finals. So how you want to criticize him for the first 20 games, but not want to praise him for going to the finals over 4 years? That is great chemistry.
The argument no balance. And guess what? Garvey make reference to Kevin Durant. You know, so Kevin Durant win percentage playing for the Warriors is 74%. You know what LeBron James win percentage is playing for Miami Heat? 74%. Which means once both of them...
No, man, say that again, man. Say that again.
Kevin Durant's win-loss ratio is... win percentage is 74% when he's playing for the Warriors.
Yeah, we claim that he had great chemistry there, yes.
LeBron James is also 74% when playing for Miami. See? So the reality of the situation is like these comparisons are not good comparisons to me because it's not telling you anything.
So really. Kevin Durant with his great chemistry, greater chemistry than LeBron James, who not playing winning basketball, are the same win percentage.
And what you would consider a far superior team.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't make those kind of comparisons. I understand the narrative that, you know, LeBron soak up a lot of the ball and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes it may look like the Lakers are better without him, but the truth is...
No, man, you don't get to 10 straight NBA final if you don't play winning basketball. It don't make no sense.
That don't make no sense. LeBron James on any team makes that team better.
And of those 10 finals, 8 or 9 straight?
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't go to 8 or 9 NBA final if you don't play winning basketball. It's a joke.
You know, so we respect your rate on a different level. But the argument you never dare go away from the way it starts. Yeah. So anyway, thank you, man. Big up on this.
Big up, preacher. All right. Thanks for that statistic there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Big up.
All right, Diego. Hello?
New York.
What's up, Diego?
City so large, they name it twice. Kingston, the city so nice, they name it twice.
Yes.
Why I tell you Orville and Zidane? And because I've always stated that I want the best for Jamaica football, and I'm not here to hate JFF. I'm here to try to do what I can do, as you know the history. And so I try to do what I can because I know nobody's perfect. I can't believe it, Orville and Zidane. These TV fans calling me and calling radio shows. And I cost the football as if they expect Barcelona and Man City to be played. Like they expect pretty ball from when has Jamaica played the kind of Barcelona and Man City ball? Not even in 98 they were playing that ball.
True.
Why are they so they don't care about the results, Zidane and Orville. That's a good result. That's the first time we have scored 2 goals in the Azteca.
But I don't see anything wrong with the performance.
We have draw.
I thought the performance overall was pretty good.
Based on how we normally look when we play Mexican.
Yeah, man, we normally get ball off the park, man.
You can't be disappointed because having led
twice,
yes, you have to say, Jesus.
We could have equaled the first victory down there.
But relative to how we normally play the Azteca, this is actually a good game.
Yeah.
So that's where we know. So you look at the players. Obviously, that penalty was a big error by my guy, Ravo. A little on the bottom, right? And thing. And even with the first goal where they walk through the thing with Nandelo and Fiend bottom, your 2 center half. But then you have to look at the positive of the players then. Like I'm seeing for the first time. Russell, that defensive midfielder, Zidane and Orville. The man look like him composed, him can possess the leather.
Yes. Look like him short of a yard or 2 of pace.
What Orville?
Pace.
Space?
Pace. Him not the quickest.
Oh yeah, that was my thing. But the more quickness is what I love, as I was telling Zidane. But the main thing, though, is composure and ability to possess as a defensive midfielder. What I think the problem is that our defenders, like Damian, need to be more composed with the lead and pass the ball a little bit. Your defensive midfielder needs that, from your defenders.
Yes.
They have to give him the ball at the right position and the right pace.
Yeah, and him look composed. Him not look like the type we are going to be too flustered and do a bag of rubbish. The 22.
And I tell you, in the right back now, I was a West Harvey man. West Harding, I'm sorry. But this boy what are you pronouncing names, man?
Limbiaksi. Yes.
That man looks very excellent. And you notice that 22 from Mexico. Yeah, I forgot his name. Chuck something or another.
Mm-hmm.
That was giving problems.
Yes.
Limbaski did a good job, man. I think it was Chuck Lazar. Number 22 Zidane, man. You watching the game?
Yeah, man. Yeah, they wouldn't know who you are talking, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I see Limbaski hold him and contain him.
Yeah.
So I don't understand these people like Romo's built in a day. And talking about coach, I don't get them.
Yeah. First competitive game with the new coach, my boss. So good start for the coach in terms of our competitive game.
Yeah, man. I think it's a good start. And Shamar Nicholson impressed me, because they were playing that direct ball.
You know I'm a big fan of
well
Nicholson.
in the role.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He did well. He played his role very, very well. Hold the line, Diego. Hold the line. We'll take a break. We're coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get customized aluminum windows and doors at Hepburn's Glass Supplies, 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. 10 years of experience guarantees satisfaction. Call or WhatsApp 876-773-4799. The time, courtesy of Hepburn's Glass Supplies, is 2 p.m.
KLAS FM now presents a health alert. Sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
Wash your hands frequently. Regularly and thoroughly clean your hands with an alcohol-based hand rub or wash them with soap and water. Washing your hands with soap and water or using alcohol-based hand rub kills viruses that may be on your hands.
KLAS FM has just presented a health alert. Sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
You're listening to Omega Radio, the station of the stars, where Jesus Christ is a star. Thank you for listening.
It's the 2023 Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs. And you guessed it, the number one sports radio station, KLS FM, will be in the thick of things just like white on rice. Will Edwin Allen and Kingston College retain their titles, or will new champions be crowned? Join our experienced, knowledgeable, and entertaining team as we take you through the championships with analysis, interviews, and exciting commentary. Sponsored by Bashco, the store that gives you more. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working to serve you even better. Azan Super Center, the superstore for your home and more. Grace Kennedy Remittance Services. Win it with your GKMS Western Union School Spirit. Grace Foods. Taste that moves you. Hawkeye Electronic Security Limited. Securing what matters most. Manchester Co-op Credit Union, where service exceeds expectations. Island Eyewear Limited. Prescription eyeglasses starts at $5,900. Book your appointment now. WhatsApp 876-393-5263 or call 876-630-1180. Edicom Cooperative Credit Union. Join us today and benefit from our lowest mortgage and motor vehicle loan rates. And Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Diego, you're still there.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
You. I'm not sure I heard you because I was in and out with the cricket. You were cussing somebody for our loss?
No. I was trying to tell the cricket neophytes who constantly take me on to hug up that. Diego. You hear Dwight Chattu when his legions of people. When I tell them that the team that they said win the boundary count, you win the game. Yesterday, West Indies made 200 runs in boundaries when they had 4s and 6s. South Africa had 194. South Africa won the game. I tell them that dot balls are important. The less you bat, the better your chance of increasing how much runs you make. We had 35 dot balls. South Africa had 24. So the team with less dot balls and less boundaries won the game, which means that in the most batting-friendly game that we have ever seen in our life, South Africa realized that although the Malik only for 4s and 6s, minimizing dot balls is important. 11 less. Yep, comfortably in the end, South Africa.
The one thing I learned is when it comes to you and Dwight Chattu, I soon argue importance of singles for 9 months. And I'm out and I know when to run away.
No, Diego, but no. Forget me and Dwight Chattu. One team had 35 dot balls. And like I said, the most batting friendly conditions we've ever seen. But because the conditions are easy for lick with the ball, we weren't as robust as we should be in getting runs in between the 6s and 4s. 35. South Africa realized that even though 6s and 4s are coming with relative ease, them still have to find a way to score outside of the boundaries then. What did they do? 24 dot balls. 11 less dot balls than we. Now, we're in our 2020 game. 11 dot balls is almost 2 overs, you know. It's almost like West Indies allowed South Africa to bat 2 overs more than them, you know. Or West Indies almost like, say, we will bat 18 overs, you can bat 20. 11 dot balls in a T20 game is a lot in terms of the difference between both teams. So I tell him, that's again, Dave. Raymond Reefer was our most economical bowler as well. And I've been making the point that Raymond Reefer's usefulness to the West Indies.
Hello?
You're not hearing. Diego, you're not hearing. Oh, I'm not here.
We lose him.
We lost Diego.
Diego?
But I just drop off of the map.
Yeah, it seems so.
But don't get the point to me, I tell people. I doubt that Dwight Chattu will call today. I'm not hearing nobody I put up on Facebook or nothing. I talk about some of the theories that I was telling about.
I'm sure if Dwight Chattu is listening and hearing you, he will call today.
He will call and answer.
I don't know, but
don't
believe for a second that you'd be afraid to call.
I am betting that Dwight Chattu will not call today. Because all of his theories in the most batting friendly game that we have ever seen, the team with the more singles still win the game.
Dwight Chattu say if a man make a double ducks after the first ball, he did it up. You believe that if that man is brave enough to say that on national, you think he'll be afraid for the call?
No, I'm not calling. He will not call. If Dwight Chattu call between now and 4 o'clock, you ought to drink water.
All right.
I will.
All right. Hello, economist.
Hello, good afternoon.
All right, my boss. Hi, economist.
Yeah, I see where Manchester United this year is going up on the stock market.
Yes.
Manchester United, they are up for sale. The club is up for sale. Very interesting. But Zidane.
Yes.
How you rate the Reggae Boys' performance in the Azteca?
Would I give them a 7.5 out of 10?
Why not 9 out of 10?
Why not 9? Because that would be close to perfection in terms of analysis, and I think they were close to perfection.
Or you see any flaw in the side that you could fix?
Yeah, team selection wise, I don't fancy Low anymore in the team. And in terms of a starter.
You're talking Jamal Low?
No.
Damian
Low.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have King starting over.
Damian Low is Ananda Low, son?
Yes, he is.
Oh, so you're not fancy him anymore?
No, not as a most pick starter.
Okay.
Yes, a lot of
you see any improvement in the side since Theodore with more time?
Yeah, man.
What if I improvement?
Yeah, man. First of all, this new coach is selecting the best players.
Okay.
No, if nobody not arguing about why clearing omissions of key top players. We're not seeing that. Yeah, so I think he's better at selecting the best players. That's
Orville.
Yeah, man.
And much more positive football.
Thank you, Zidane. Orville, where did the West Indies go wrong?
We never bowl as well as we could bowl. And we allow too many dot balls.
Why you refer to the game as a batting friendly match?
Because it's the most runs ever making a T20 game.
So why you say friendly?
The conditions for batting were better than any other batting condition we've ever seen in T20 history.
You think we're on a set pitch?
The pitch flat, man. But apart from the flatness of the pitch, that part of South Africa is 50 feet or 50 yards above, 50 feet above sea level. Now,
what does that mean?
It means that the air is lighter. The ball travels further. Yes. So once you lick it,
your batting.
No, man, that increases the way the ball travels through the air. So once you lick and it take off, it gone. Because the air is lighter at that sea level than it is in most other venues around the world.
So you know about air density and all of those things, how it affects the bowling and the batting and all of these things.
You have an idea, man. That it just like how up Aztec the air lighter. In cricket venues, the higher up you go above sea level, the lighter the air, and the more the ball travel through the air. I don't know. Well, I suppose the closer you come to the ground, there'd be more, what you call them, in the air. The air get purer the higher up you are. So those added to the batting condition, and it's lighter. So the ball travel much quicker through the air. So that, apart from the fact that the pitch was flat, the outfield was relatively small, relatively fast, the aerodynamics make that ground easy for liquid, easy way to get 6s and 4s because of how the ball travel. But even in that condition, West Indies still bat 35 that ball. The other man them bat 24. And I used to tell them economists, when you're not lick 4s and 6s, what do you do? Them out bat with yesterday.
You need singles.
That's the point I'm making.
Them hear you said that from last year and the year before and
yesterday's game, in the most high-scoring game we have ever seen, it is not the team with the most boundaries win the game.
Oh, but that ball cost we the game.
Yes. So,
hey, pick up your program. I don't need any more.
You don't need no more. What are they going to tell me now? That no one.
All right, economists, big up.
When they tell me that Western is won World Cup because we were a big hitting team, you don't get much better at big hitting than what we see yesterday. And I used to tell them, no, people, we had bowlers that could out people, could restrict people. They underestimated the value of that. All right, see there. We make more than we have ever made and still lose comfortably. Why? Bowling is just as important as batting. You know, up that. Me feel like come on for the program today and the public have to beg me to come back on. I summer feeling. Anyway,
let's go to the music. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. This one is from Agent Sasko, Banks of Hope. That was Agent Sasko, Banks of Hope, brought to you by HK Paints for people who dream in color. Take a break. We'll take a break. We're coming.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Your taxes hold the key.
Nobody come in line. Pay your taxes online.
So many options. You choose. Pay online at jamaicatax.gov.jm, TAJ mobile app, direct funds transfer, and NCB online banking.
It's safe, convenient, and secure.
Tax Administration Jamaica, changing the way we do business.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Babe, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get a thing from your brother or mommy, hey, it's not Insta, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, check your phone, your money land. VNBS money transfer. CFA, faster, easier. Sign up for VNBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, behind the line, straight in your account, money reach long time. VNBS money transfer.
Last chance to save big when you shop at Courts. Get up to 60% off and pay nothing down on 12 to 48 months credit. Civil servants get an extra 15% off select items on 24 to 48 months. Save with Courts BOGO deals. Buy one item and get 15% off the next. Or buy two items and get a whopping 40% off on 36 to 48 months credit. Big discounts on mattresses, bedroom furniture, dining, TVs, ACs, stoves, washers, AKT bikes and accessories. Courts, bringing value home. Promotion runs until April 1. Conditions apply.
It's the 2023 Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs. And you guessed it, the number one sports radio station, KLS FM, will be in the thick of things just like White on Rice. Will Edwin Allen and Kingston College retain their titles, or will new champions be crowned? Join our experienced, knowledgeable, and entertaining team as we take you through the championships with analysis, interviews, and exciting commentary. Sponsored by Bashco, the store that gives you more. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working to serve you even better. Azan Super Center, the superstore for your home and more. Grace Kennedy Remittance Services. Win it with your GKMS Western Union School Spirit. Grace Foods. Taste that moves you. Hawkeye Electronic Security Limited. Securing what matters most. Manchester Co-op Credit Union. Where service exceeds expectations. Island Eyewear Limited. Prescription eyeglasses starts at $5,900. Book your appointment now. WhatsApp 876-393-5263 or call 876-630-1180. Edicom Cooperative Credit Union. Join us today and benefit from our lowest mortgage and motor vehicle loan rates. And Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. Who is there? Raka? Raka?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Raka. What's up, son?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, what say you?
I want you to refresh my memory. Either Orville or Zidane. What was the definition you all gave for choking again?
Failing to perform because of the pressure and the expectations.
Okay. And we concluded that a horse cannot choke, right?
Yeah.
Do you, from observation, want to agree with me that Leon Bailey is choking for the national team?
Is playing for the Reggae Boys a higher level than playing for Aston Villa? Is it more pressure filled?
It's more pressure.
More pressure playing for Jamaica than playing for Aston Villa?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what is your response?
I don't know. Like I say, I don't know because first of all, I don't know that playing for Jamaica is more pressure than playing for Aston Villa. I haven't yet. I'm not sold on that idea.
So,
that playing for Jamaica in well, maybe in the World Cup qualifiers, maybe. But say for example against Mexico now. Is that game more high pressure than playing for Aston Villa? A league that actually puts your pattern on the fire.
Since you're pondering, let me hear you, Zidane.
Yeah. Now I was gonna ask you the Mexico game that we played in the stadium. You watched that game?
Yeah.
How well did he do in that game?
Decent.
No man, it was better than decent.
But I said decent.
And you watch the last two World Cup qualifiers. That was after Tapa went.
Yeah.
How him looking at
But
it?
remember that there was no pressure in those games. We were already out.
Yeah, which is the point I was going to make.
But Zidane, since you are also reserved to be pointed, what I am saying is the mistakes or the turnovers that he's making for the national team, being caught in possession, etc. At the club level, these things don't happen. And I don't want you to say it's like a familiarity with teammates because these one-on-one, he would have either beat the defender or the defender take the ball from him. He did none of them.
You're right, but I don't know where the pressure would come from, though.
Well,
is it because there was so much hype surrounding Leon Bailey playing for Jamaica, so much reluctance initially?
It is possible.
And because he knows that the Jamaican public will mark him hard.
Well,
whatever it is,
that gone long time.
That's gone now.
I'm not moved by that one.
But what is it?
But if you look at it, Zidane, this is what my issue is. You see the fact that I think he takes on the tag of being the marquee player for the country. Now, the marquee player for Canada is Alphonso Davies. South Korea is Son. All the other countries that are fairly decent, their general is the general and players like the general. I'm not getting that from Leon. I'm still hopeful. Moving along.
Yeah.
When I looked at the team, though, I think the coach took a size-based approach to the game because the Jamaicans were strong, very combative in the air, and showed good touches in spurts. But I still think Zidane, based on the fact that I never saw an inclination per se to have the ball round the back for long, and when they did, as soon as possible they send it long. I don't think they get that part of the instruction yet, and I think perhaps the coach is realistic in the fact, realizing that he doesn't have a good defensive midfielder, and he lacks a good attacking midfielder. So I think with those limitations, he's not too much, I want to say, demonstrative of the possession-based game. But I think if we play a team that we realize we are a little bit better than them,
yes,
you'll see where they
because there was a little stretch after we scored that first goal. We kept the ball and moved it around and kept away from the Mexicans.
And it looked pretty well.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked pretty well. Orville, I disagree with you on the point of the West Indies. I was very proud of the efforts of the team.
No, but what's there to disagree first?
Let me say what I say first. I appreciate it.
No, but you say you disagreed and then you were going to tell us how proud you were.
First.
All right.
Yeah. I was very proud of the efforts of the team. And I think that the mere fact that sometimes when we lose, everything goes wrong. But I disagree with you in the fact that, and it's a subtle one, because we were the ones who batted first, I don't think we have to mark them too difficult with the dot balls.
You don't want 35 dot balls in no game of ball, if you can avoid it.
I agree with you, brother.
So what is it you disagree with? I
said it is a subtle disagreement.
What is the subtle disagreement?
That because we batted first, the 35 dot ball should not be held against them so rigidly.
Listen, in an ideal game of cricket,
yes,
me want dot balls in the 20s.
Agree. But I'm saying because we chase, and remember we're not on home, we're not in conditions that we are familiar with, you know.
How often does team chase down that sort of total and win?
Never.
But
This is the highest
Zidane,
total ever chased.
Well,
Zidane.
Mono kill the batting lineup at all.
But Zidane, if Orville were to sensitize you, and I am not saying that you are not aware.
No.
Whenever,
Hold on. I want you to get the point. I'm not killing the West Indies. No, I am saying that South Africa, who chased down the score, chased it down with a method that I have always been advocating for. South Africa realized that these are the best boundary hitting conditions we have ever seen in cricket. And yet, South Africa realized that we are not going to rely completely on 6s and 4s, not in the way we were.
But they couldn't.
What do you mean they couldn't?
I understand the point he's making, because when you're setting a total,
and
you're setting a big total, you're going to probably have some overs where you get 12, 13 of overs already. Say, I don't need to risk anything more.
No, man.
But when you're chasing that sort of total.
No, I'm not talking about risk. In other words, even if we did make 300 with 35 that ball, I would still have an issue. Because what you want,
then you're overrating this thing.
What I want us to do, you ever play domino game and win, and your partner say still play the rights of the game. I still want the West Indies to be able to understand that you don't want 35 that balls out of 120.
If me make 300 man, you can't criticize me.
And I agree.
If you make 300, you can't criticize me.
Hold on.
No, man, you still can't say too much that ball.
Yeah,
Orville, I agree with him, I am just saying that the reference point to which he's saying, this is what I have been saying all along. I'm saying on this particular occasion, perhaps it is not the best point.
The point I'm making is that the team that won yesterday was the team with the less that balls. And the team that didn't hit as many boundaries. What should we take from that?
No, what I want to juxtapose that with is the fact that, Zidane, I'm not saying that you're not aware, but this same South Africa team, even before the 50 over rules were changed, is the same team that chased down about 340 something, which we thought wasn't possible,
Them chased down 430 against Australia. At the same game they had.
So may I show you, all right. So even with that then, Orville, I'm saying the chasing give you an advantage.
No, me not say not give you an advantage. No. But what about the pressure of chasing a high total? That's a disadvantage,
But they're familiar with their environment.
No, man, but familiarity don't count where you do the best. We would prefer to play cricket in that arena than anywhere else where we ever play. So the familiarity argument doesn't stand up.
So you're saying being familiar with the conditions and so forth don't help anybody?
I am saying when you say that familiar conditions help, is when you are likely to do better in those familiar conditions. I'm saying this is the best West Indies has ever scored anywhere, including in the conditions that they are familiar with. West Indies would want to carry around that park everywhere they go.
I agree.
There you go. So
the mere fact that my team played, I agree with you that they could have bowled a little bit better, And maybe they could have gotten a few more runs. But let me tell you a specific where I thought that we fell off. You see, in Rabada was the only bowler who never went for many.
Well, never went for many is relative, because he went for 39 from 4.
Yes, but look at everybody else, Orville.
Yeah.
And sometimes we got a 6 off him, a single, and nothing else for the rest of the over. He was the only bowler who was like.
But you're making my point for me.
But Mikel, you say me never really disagree, bro. So what is the problem?
No. But on the one hand you say you disagree, and on the other hand you say
it was quite subtle.
Oh, but what's a subtle disagreement?
I mean, that's the percentile is very low, man.
So you half disagree and half agree?
No, not half disagree, half agree.
1/3 and 2/3.
It's minuscule. It's very small.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure what you're saying, but I hear it.
Was Rabada the best bowler in terms of economy rating
for the whole game and the reefer?
Yeah.
He's the best bowler.
And that's what I'm saying, Zidane. So it is not that I am really knocking his general position.
Yeah, but for this game specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this game specifically, we batted 35 that balls. The team that beat us batted 24 that balls. So even if you're going to say, West Indies, you did well to make 258 with 35 that balls, but you got beat. What beat you? The team with less that balls, less boundaries, more ones and twos in between the boundaries.
The batsman could argue that, listen, it's the bowling, the quality of bowling.
No, man, but that is always a given. Remember, was always the man where I say, the batting did far better than the bowling.
It's the case where the batsmen were poor at rotating the strike.
No, they weren't poor. They weren't poor.
Rabada was as he's saying, out of class.
They weren't poor
in context of the game.
Because I've seen us going for 40 that ball.
There you go.
Zidane,
but it was not the best rotation either.
In the West Indies, none of our bowlers would be familiar with bowling in these very overly friendly conditions.
No man, but we're not familiar with batting in Norway that friendly as well.
So therefore, we're foreign to the environment. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm saying us being foreign to the environment didn't stop us from making the most we ever make.
And
so
that is the
foreignness of the environment didn't stop us from licking with the ball. So the foreignness of the environment, the foreignness of the environment didn't stop us from licking with the ball. It shouldn't stop us from decreasing our that ball percentage. It shouldn't. Because if the conditions allow you to lick 6s and 4s at the rate that we were going, it should have allowed us in between those 6s and 4s to eliminate the dot ball percentage. It was on the best batting conditions we've ever seen. 35 dot balls was too many. As South Africa come show when them back. That's all me saying.
As I said, it's a quite subtle thing, and I am very proud of the team.
All right, Raka.
Yeah,
big up.
Big up.
I will take a break. We're coming back.
Visit Garrett Trading and Installation at 169 Constant Spring Road and 10 to 12 Cleardale Avenue for all your tiling and classic stone needs. Call 876-634-9773. The time by Garrett Trading is 2:30.
Mommy, can we buy some Easter bun, please? Make sure it's Whitfield Easter bun, because it tastes so good. You can eat it with butter, cheese. You can eat it with anything. You can even eat it by itself. Just buy it. Try it. You will love it. Whitfield is the best Easter bun. From it reach your shelf, say it done. Buy Whitfield Easter bun.
Get it in your supermarket and grocers island-wide. Visit us at 4 Western Park, Maypen, and 1 near Richmond Park Avenue, Kingston 10.
Call us at 876-986-2256 or 210-3772.
Show me the bun to me cheese. But not just a thing when me like Jamaican. And then the cheese make it nice. Would I never pick another choice? Can't show me the bun to me cheese. You might get fun when I Easter. You whole bun, no piece. Slice the cheese, 1, 2, 3, see ya. Jamaica to Barilla said, show me the bun to me cheese. But not just a thing when me like Jamaican. And then the cheese make it nice. Would I never pick another choice? Can't show me the bun to me cheese.
Reach Me presents Fervent Prayer Encounters, Friday, March 31, 2023 at 7 p.m. at the Emmanuel Apostolic Church, Portmore, Brayton Parkway. Admission free. You can't afford to miss this experience. Come, let's appeal to heaven. Pre-register at reachmesf.org.
Omega Radio now presents Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, Anybet, and Dangel's Auto Spares and Accessories. Scotland and Exeter fullback Stuart Hogg has announced he will retire from rugby after the World Cup in France this autumn. Hogg, who turns 31 in June, recently earned his 100th cap and has scored 171 international points. Having signed his first professional deal with Glasgow Warriors in 2011, Hogg said a new career now beckons. That is Sports in a Minute.
KLSFM has just presented Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Anybet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. And Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back.
One of the other points, Zidane, is that while you remember one of the arguments when we lost the last World Cup was that our power hitters are getting old and slow and done. It's not true, Bowlers are bowling differently too. You see, Russell them and Pollard them and Sammy them. Well, Sammy done. Did I play Panda picture yesterday? Would have made probably the same amount of runs. Given Perfect.
But we have never made that status score with them in the team. I would have played flat pitches.
No, nothing like this.
Or is the pitch?
The pitch and the breeze. Listen, from the first, I've never seen a batting pitch better than this.
Okay.
And the ball traveled, like, as I said, 50 feet above air level, small outfield, lightning fast. When you put all of that, it is the best batting condition I've ever seen in cricket.
Well,
now,
if that's the case, then Ross in his prime.
The man oh God, I've 300 with that man.
And Gale.
And Gale then.
Yeah. And
I remember we still had Brandon the runs up at the top. So if Brandon did get her, who knows? But it is a fact that the team that beat we had 11 less dot balls and 6 runs less in boundary count. It means that you can find another way, even when the conditions are completely in your favor. You still have to find a next way when you're not lick the boundaries. And why coming up? And yesterday we were hitting a boundary, 1 and 2 boundary every over. Were we as good with those balls in between those boundaries? Probably we should have done better.
All right. Special one.
When the car is a show your boy, I have to ask the producer how far I'm in the line. I've been holding for over half hour in a bridge.
Sorry about that, my boss.
All right. Big up on yourself, man.
Big up.
Yeah, man.
All right. You know why I really call Zidane? One brother will call the show your name, Garvey.
Yes.
Why me I tell you say, me not tell a lie. This man should get an award for talking foolishness and so on. So like him. But the man attack the foolishness and he make it look like that.
Yeah, and nothing proud about
like a gospel attack.
Yes.
No man, me never see like this in my life.
Hey, the man realize him credibility. I take a beat in my boss.
But look here,
hold on, the whole world thinks LeBron James at least the second greatest player of all time. Garvey think Magic greater, Bird greater, Kareem greater.
Yeah, special one.
Yeah, the man have 35 points in our series, 13 rebounds. The man think Andre Iguodala with him like 16 points per game because he shoot 50% from the field greater than him. The man is a joke, my boss.
I've been listening to him, you know, and after time or not, I tell you, say, me don't know how the man sounds, and then he believe that's what he's saying. It's you know, it's big argument and all these things. Anyway, what I try to say, in what he's doing to himself, you know, he's trying to ridicule our LeBron James, and in doing that,
yes,
he making a mockery himself.
Yes, indeed, my boy.
And he's not doing so good on the radar at all, brother.
You realize him run for Kevin Durant, but when Kevin Durant went to Golden State, he fit in smoothly and there were no chemistry issues. Yet, pre-choice pointing out that they basically, in terms of percentage, won the same amount of games, percentage-wise.
Exactly.
That kill him. Yeah, man, that kill him dead, man.
Boy, I mean,
but we were trying to point out to him that you can't complain about chemistry issues when the people went to 4 straight NBA finals. Exactly. There was no chemistry issue there.
4 straight NBA final. What more?
So everybody going to have ups and downs in our season because 82 games in Orville. When we 82 games in we lose something.
It wasn't his
exactly. Another thing again, you know, LeBron James came back from injury and play one game and lost. I mean, here some people attack all kind of foolish.
This would have been his first game with the new players.
Yes. One and a
No. This would, I think it's the second game with the new players. Yeah. But they have lost, as Preacher pointed out again. They are 6-5 since LeBron James got injured.
Exactly.
So they have lost games. They lost to one of the worst teams in NBA regular season history in terms of. I don't understand the man about.
And I see AD look so ordinary without LeBron.
The man scored 8 points against Toronto.
8 points against Toronto.
In the 33 minutes, yes.
He looked hopeless.
So it's not a LeBron thing, and he did it against Orlando, even though they won the game because Reeves scored 35 points. He was also lackluster in that game as well and was criticized the next morning by people on ESPN and another program.
Here's what I'd like to know. When was the last time both KD and LeBron James, AD had monster games together? I'd have to check.
Yeah, because in fairness, remember they have been
up and down.
No. I remember the narrative at one point. Give these two 30 points each. Lakers win the game.
Yeah.
When was the last time, or how many games this season playing together? They have.
We'll have to check. Because they haven't played a lot together this season.
I would love to know.
Yeah,
I would love to know how many games have they played together, and how many games have they both had. I wouldn't even want to say monster games, just two 25 or two 30-point game between them.
I don't think it's a lot, because it's two of them have been struggling.
But by the way, when you say chemistry, what do you mean?
Me not about chemistry. Forget the
Because
chemistry.
maybe they don't like each other anymore. You know?
I am saying we know that for this team to do well, the two superstars have to fight.
Well.
No, but Zidane.
If we find out that, say, let us say last year they had 10 30-point games together, for example. And let us say that this year we find out that they have none together. Is injuries alone the only explanation for that?
Yeah, man, and both parties have been having fair share of injuries this season. So,
I would. That's a stat that I would love to know.
But you could look at it though. But one thing we understand, I hear people saying this narrative saying that AD and LeBron not seen eye to eye. But AD came out recently and said him and LeBron James have one of the best relationships on and off the court. So I don't know.
I would love to see if they get to the plane, what happens. That moment.
Yeah. Anyway, it's still oral. Orville, but disagree with you know.
On what?
I disagree with the way where you summarize of the West.
You disagree that the team with the most boundaries didn't win?
No, the way how you summarize.
You disagree that the team with a higher dot ball percentage
Let me tell you
lost?
Let me tell you why I disagree.
Yeah.
All right. Remember now, this is a one-off game, you know. So
it's the best batting condition we've ever seen in our life.
well, you can't argue that because high totally ever making
by both teams.
By both teams.
None out of the team them never met that kind of run.
Yeah, we're not going to argue that. But this is a one-off thing, you know, so I don't want to use the one-off thing.
No, me not use the one because there will be days when the boundary hitting team will win the most boundaries and less that ball win to it.
Yeah, man, I remember say we did kill argument already, you know, because the statistics shows that the teams that make the most boundaries, you know, have a higher winning percentage in a T20.
All right, let me ask you this. No. The team that wins the 3 points battle in basketball goes on to win most of the time. You agree?
No, that's only the T20.
No, man, but fine. So me dead because the singles are overrated because it's the teams that scores the most boundaries win cricket.
Well, you know my thing.
So no. So I'm asking in basketball, it is a fact that the teams that wins the 3-point battle will win most games. You agree?
I never really look at it, but you could argue it just because.
No, man, but all right, if it is a fact that the teams that wins the 3-point battles will win most basketball games, does that mean that free throws are overrated?
Not necessary.
So why is it that in cricket the teams that wins the most that wins the boundary
basketball kind of
then singles now become overrated?
Kind of different dimension. Because when you look at cricket, you know, T20 is just 20 over. Yeah, the dimension, the thing you look.
Listen, me I say again.
I just 20 over, you know.
Wrap your head around what I'm saying now. In basketball, the team.
Agree with that.
No, but what's there to disagree? In basketball, the teams that scores. Listen to the point. In basketball, the team that scores most 3-pointers usually goes on to win the game. We know that for a fact in modern basketball game. But even though we know that teams that scores most 3-pointers goes on to win most of the times, the basketballers know that every free throw is important to the overall result of the game. Why is it then, even if it's true that the team that wins the boundary count in cricket wins most games, singles become less important and becomes overrated? If singles are overrated, then free throws should be overrated.
No, I agree with you.
There's nothing to disagree. If something else, lot of special one. In basketball, it is not who scores the most free throws win the game. You know? It's the teams that scores the most 3-pointers. So therefore, basketball based on how the man is a 3-point shooting game. Free throws should be overrated.
Here, you know, because I remember, you know, the dynamics in basketball have changed over the past.
I'm talking about modern basketball.
No,
right.
In a modern contemporary, you know, 3 points were taken over. Because back then, 3 points wasn't that.
No, that's why I'm talking modern basketball, my friend.
It's a little different in basketball.
So if you find out, I agree that the team that makes more boundaries going to win more T20 games.
Yeah, man. But I must say, we may have a disagreement. I think the dynamics are a little different.
It's easy to say the dynamics are different. Yeah. Both the words. What does that mean?
Yeah, man. Because
when you are not getting 3 points in basketball, special one, what do you do when the 3-pointer is not coming off?
You can drive to the rim. You can
Here you go. Because
2 points.
if you can get the 3-pointers every time you get the ball, more bullet to you, But I'm saying when that's not working, you must have other ways to score. No difference in cricket. The teams that licks the most 6 and 4 will win. But when that's not happening, you must get ones. Just like how you get one for your free throw.
What's an Orville? In a basketball, a man can drive to the rim and can get foul and go to the line.
And in cricket, you can get 2s and 3s and 1s as well.
A man can foul and go to the line. It's so different. So,
you're saying it's different, but you're not saying how the principle is different.
Yeah, man,
that's what you're not doing.
A man can get foul, a man drive. So the rule for that is different. You can't really use that.
You keep saying the dynamics are different as if you think that is scoring some points. It's not.
No, but you see in that cricket now, say, it's just 20
special one. Here is the argument. They tell you that singles are overrated. You know why they tell you that?
No, me believe so.
But you know why you think that? Because you know that the team that wins the most, hits the most boundaries win. So by your argument.
Not only that alone, we can give you more things.
That is the reason why them tell me, man. I could take the break.
Yeah.
Go straight to Western Sports for all your track and field needs, like spikes, high jump equipment, throwing implements, hurdles, not to mention your team tracksuits, running tights, vests, and shorts. The time by Western Sports, the sports people, is
2:45.
Show me that the bun to me cheese. But not just something when me like real Jamaican. And then the cheese make it nice. Would I never pick another choice? Can't show me that the bun to me cheese. No mind get fun when I Easter. The whole bun, no pizza. Slice the cheese, 1, 2, 3, see ya. Jamaica to Gorilla say, show me that the bun to me cheese. But not just something when me like real Jamaican. And then the cheese make it nice. Would I never pick another choice? Can't show me that the bun to me.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232. Or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jn. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Grace they move like a millionaire. The #1 brand, cause you know them care. Them off 101 ways for you to win. Best food, best price, now millions for your win.
That's right! Win a share of over 10 million in cash prizes and monthly giveaways when you purchase any 5 Grace Food items. Visit us on social media at Grace Foods or check press for details and move like the millionaire you are with Grace. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Good taste and motion. Grace bringing the food you love.
Last chance to save big when you shop at Courts. Get up to 60% off and pay nothing down on 12 to 48 months credit. Civil servants get an extra 15% off select items on 24 to 48 months. Save with Courts BOGO deals. Buy 1 item and get 15% off the next. Or buy 2 items and get a whopping 40% off on 36 to 48 months credit. Big discounts on mattresses, bedroom furniture, dining, TVs, ACs, stoves, washers, AKT bikes and accessories. Courts, bringing value home. Promotion runs until April 1. Conditions apply.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Special one still there?
Hello?
In wrapping up, when I try to see, you see, in a T20 game, the margin of error is so marginal, It's not like a 50.
Margin of error is marginal.
When you can make mistake, and you can correct it. In a test match, you have the whole day for 2-3 days to bat. The margin of error is so marginal in a T20. So you don't have no time from the word go. You have to try to get it right, get it perfect. So the thing different in a T20, man. That's all I say.
All right, special one.
What big up yourself?
All right. The special one was deliberately either not able to get the point or seeing the point clearly and not prepared to take the point. The reason why they tell you that singles are overrated in cricket is because there's other scoring shots that are more likely to win you the games. So in cricket, Dwight Chateau and his friends tell you that the teams that win the boundary counts ends up winning most of the games, which is a fact. And because of that fact, they tell you that singles are therefore overrated. Fine. You win that target. Basketball, just like how you go for a 6 or a 4, which is a more high-risk shot, but it's more rewarding and more likely to win you the game, which is a 3-point shot. Modern basketball, the team that wins the 3-point battle, so the team that scores more 3-pointers win more games. Why then is a free throw not overrated in basketball? That is the argument that they can't seriously answer. A free throw is 1 point, 1 point. Why is that not overrated in a game where the 3-pointer, the 3-point winning team, the 3-point team, the team that wins the 3-pointers wins the game? Then why is a free throw not overrated? When they can tell me that a free throw is overrated, then I will tell them that singles and twos are overrated. If free throws are not overrated and regular 2-point shots, if those are not overrated, then no scoring shot in cricket is overrated either. Simple logic. All right, who we have now? We're coming to somebody. Hello? Yes.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon.
Leon.
Yeah, man. No, I say since we play the music, I two call no part the program. And I know me up to the other music.
You are here now. Make your voice be heard.
That's it, Orville. All right.
You know, man. Kill us with your wisdom now.
Yeah, Orville. 2 sets, set A, set B. Yeah. 1 set of 5, 1 set of 3. Set A have 5, set B have 3. Which one of them have the more? Which one of them have greater?
The thing with 5 have more than the thing we have 3.
Right, set A, okay. Yesterday the innings played by St. Lucian guy there.
Johnson Charles.
While giving the innings all this plaudits, very good innings, probably best innings of his life. Was it enough to win West Indies the game?
No.
Okay, your logic work. Right, may I look at the game.
Hold on. Did Johnson Charles do enough? There's a difference between
it being enough,
doing enough, and it not being enough.
No, I'm not going to say.
2 different arguments. So
was it? Of course, that's 2 different arguments.
So Johnson Charles, as a batsman, did.
Though it given all this plot,
Johnson Charles did enough as a player, because enough means what is required of you.
Did Johnson Charles did enough to win West Indies the game?
Did Johnson Charles do what was required of him?
Did enough what was required?
No, but me already tell you, Fran, win the game, then you can't say it was enough. You can't say the performance wasn't enough. But
to win the game. To win the game.
But did the performer did well enough?
To win the game.
The performer did. No one performer.
No one performer when winning the game.
All right, so
to win the game.
So hold on.
I said it's a sum of its parts.
No, but no one performer winning.
No one performer winning the game.
I said it's a sum of its parts.
Put it this way: no performer has ever done enough to win.
I said it's a sum of its parts.
You said
one part might be 99, and the other 11 parts.
Let me put it another way: in no cricket game, the team that
won. Move on.
No, but
me tell you, there are 2 because
Lord have mercy, I'll give at the time. You say in no
cricket. The time, the other person
I am going to make the point before you make the point, whether you like it or not. I'm saying to you that
look at the game.
Yeah, make me say the point before you say what you said. In no cricket or football game, nobody did enough. Whether your team win.
That's 1 month, but you get up, so you win.
So let me say it again. In no cricket game or football game, whether your team won or not,
but
you did not do enough. No one person has ever done enough to win nothing at all in a no sport, whether them team win or lose. Go on to make it.
Yeah, man. I look on the captains. They in the field. West is in the field.
Yeah.
I think I see a lack of tactical innovation when in the field. I was screaming at the TV.
Yeah.
Them a ball, our boy from Barbados.
Which
who
one?
seem to have a golden arm.
Who that?
Give the man a when name the one with the ear plot up.
Mares.
Give the man one over the man. I'm number one. Okay.
Yeah, Myers could have gotten a whoop.
Yeah, man. Bring the keeper come up to the stump when like the medium pacers them aboard.
Providing he's able to do it. Remember,
Yes,
Puran is not really an out and out keeper. Puran is not what you'd call.
All right. When you remember a T20, you know, so most of the balls are already hit. So he never feel most of the balls.
No, man, you're still talking about a
part-time. All right. Yeah, leak 20 runs over to 5 over. Yeah. Try something else, man.
No, like what?
Could it hurt?
I'm saying if the keeper is not accustomed to standing.
The man them reach 100 in space at 6 over. Could it hurt for the keeper come up to the
And I'm saying if the keeper is not accustomed to keeping up to pace.
I mean, I can't believe you can't assassinate.
Lord of his mercy. You are asking.
All right. Another thing.
Leon, no, man, you can't just say that and run. I'm saying you are asking a keeper who has never stood up to the Pacers in his life.
Tell him not to step on the field then.
But him a keep. You are asking him.
In practice, you practice these things. You have to most of in a football, most of the work is done in a practice.
You are asking a man who has never kept. But that's
a keeper, Orville.
He's not a frontline keeper, my boss. He has never kept up the Pacers in his life. You think in the middle of a game.
Me think keeping an ODI.
I'm not talking about keeping.
The only thing he never keeping is test match we never see.
He has never.
So you have to tell me something. Do you know that Puran cannot keep up to the stump?
I'm saying that he has never done it in his life.
You know this. You never seen him do it.
So let me say.
Do you know for a fact that Puran has never kept up to the stump?
I have never seen Puran with the new ball or running in a test cricket, in a one-day cricket before.
Oh, man,
so maybe them should have given the new ball.
Moving on, man. Because
I believe that them should have given Puran the new ball for running with.
The man a keeper.
I believe that them should have used.
Ridiculous.
Oh, this is all ridiculous. We have never seen him do it. But we know him can't do it.
Anyway, them ball when they start with.
They should have opened with Alzari Joseph rather than Brandon King in a matter that we never seen deep before.
All right.
Thank you.
Go be really ridiculous, Orville.
All
right. Moving on. When them start this the left hand spinner. All right, was bowling to the cock.
Yes.
The left arm batsman, and he was bowling wheel out. You know, he was bowling coming into primarily balls were coming into to the batsman.
To the left-handed.
Left arm. So him take him. He must hit him more over mid wicket.
Yes.
But when them get rid of the cock, me I say bring back the left arm spinner, moving away from the right hand batsman. Contest that, you know. Since you feel combative today.
No, fair point.
No man, contest it.
No, me not contest the points him that makes
sense. No man, because you come like you come to take
no. Hussein.
Hold on.
No.
Anyway.
Hussein is arguing. Big man, just
go on.
In agreement with your point, Hussein is arguably your best white ball bowler overall. You know?
Yeah.
Arguably. He's spinning into the left-hander who are caught him over mid-wicket and square leg.
So you take him off.
You take him off. When that threat goes,
bring him back now, man.
The right-handers now he'll be spinning away. It's not just because of the right-handers, but he's arguably your best bowler.
Bring him back.
He must deserve a third over at some point.
No. One more thing. Cottrell now, all right, him bowler one over and him get taken. You know, everybody get taken. Look on him back now, man. Are you specialist? Your T20 specialist. You can't man way from Jamaica to go bowl one over, brother.
Fair argument.
You don't make one touch the club basket. So what me say?
So you've made two or so fair argument and one that's not.
No, man, you just feel
no, you're asking a keeper to come up to the crease when we don't know if he can do it. To the Pacers.
The man, this is when we not nyam food after you tell me he can't come to the case.
I'm saying we have never seen him do it.
He must do it.
All right, boss.
You know, something more now.
You know how many keepers in international cricket don't come up to the Pacers?
More.
Even this very special.
I don't know about them come up to our knock here, you know. Kyle Mears. And the other, the left arm.
Odin Smith, them very nippy.
No, I'm not telling him to come to Odin Smith. Odin Smith quicker.
Okay. And Cottrell fairly quick. Nippy as well.
Kyle Mears.
Kyle Mears never bowl.
In my time to bowl, I'm come to his stump.
Okay.
No, I talk about the basketball.
All right, make we take the break and then you give you a minute and then we come back.
All right.
KLAS FM now presents a health alert. Sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
Practice respiratory hygiene. Make sure you and people around you follow good respiratory hygiene. This means covering your mouth and nose with your bent elbow or tissue when you cough or sneeze. Then dispose of the used tissue immediately. Droplets spread viruses. By following good respiratory hygiene, you protect the people around you from viruses such as cold, flu, and COVID-19.
KLAS FM has just presented a health alert. Sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more. So refreshing. What's so refreshing, Sonia? The water is refreshing. Try it now. Where you get that from? Not clean manufacturing water. So refreshing. Me like it. Clean water. Located at 20 Syndham Commercial, Old Harbour, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Telephone number 876-335-0448 or 876-648-7192. Or email cleanconcept@gmail.com.
It's the 2023 Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs. And you guessed it, the number one sports radio station, KLS FM, will be in the thick of things just like white on rice. Will Edwin Allen and Kingston College retain their titles, or will new champions be crowned? Join our experienced, knowledgeable, and entertaining team as we take you through the championships with analysis, interviews, and exciting commentary. Sponsored by Bashco, the store that gives you more. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working to serve you even better. Azan Super Center, the superstore for your home and more. Grace Kennedy Remittance Services. Win it with your GKMS Western Union School Spirit. Grace Foods. Taste that moves you. Oka Electronic Security Limited. Securing what matters most. Manchester Co-op Credit Union. The service exceeds expectations. Island Eyewear Limited. Prescription eyeglasses starts at $5,900. Book your appointment now. WhatsApp 876-393-5263 or call 876-630-1180. Edicom Cooperative Credit Union. Join us today and benefit from our lowest mortgage and motor vehicle loan rates. And Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. You have a minute before the music, Leon.
Basketball. Me look on the Lakers team. Me watch them since the season. Well, since LeBron injury, since the trade. What me say when LeBron play? You know the team play slower. This guy is shooter. Generally, when him up on the court, when they get the rebound or the inbound, he would run up as quick up the court, you know. And you know, when LeBron is playing, it's like him waiting for LeBron. Him go up the court, and then him slow down the ball and wait for LeBron to pass the ball. LeBron met the play.
They're among the top 3 fastest paced team in the league while LeBron was playing.
You know, I not see it.
Yeah, man, you're not see things well, my boss.
No, I not see it, brother. Number one,
no,
defense.
No, man, you need to understand, so not really.
Well, them bill.
Hold on, Leon.
Yeah, man.
You know what to see, but you don't understand sport. So you're not going to see the things then for what they really are.
hold on.
When you don't watch your sport with the eyes, my boss, when you sing the wrong things and you keep coming on the radio.
Shoot as a man. Quick up the court, and him will go on at the basketball. If he don't get the layup, he will bring it out back.
Yeah, but me just explain.
But when LeBron is there, listen, something wrong with them stats, man.
No, it's something wrong with your eyes.
No, man. Well, all right. Number two. Missy them the defense, Lakers defense is poor. I don't know where you sat out telling you.
No, not anymore.
It was too much defensive breakdown.
It was poor before, but it's not poor anymore. It's
too
better.
Much defensive breakdown. And then truthfully, LeBron the ball stay in our man too long.
Okay.
The ball move as quick round the perimeter when LeBron is on the court.
All right.
LeBron dribble the ball, have the ball dribbling.
10 straight finals, 4 championship. Better than anything.
Still not the goat.
The man we move the ball around on the perimeter.
6.
Them now win.
6.
Well, fine.
6.
So what does that have to do with what you're saying now?
6.
But what does that have to do with what you're saying now?
Good, man.
All right, Leon, big up yourself. All things considered, not a bad car. All right, we'll take the music. Yeah.
Music, bro. My Father God, brought to you by HK Paints for people who dream in color.
Father God, it's me again. Father God, it's me, your son again. Father, none of them a blow breath in a man. Warm today, Janus. Go this time, Father God, I make them fight me so hard. I lucky things to me no coward. A lucky thing me put me trust in the Lord. Them want me for dead in the mag like dog. No make do up your work and them get no reward. No make them get no reward. No make do up your work and them get no reward. No. Just see them sit down and a fight against me thing. Me laugh. I see him where Judas and him friend them did fight against the king. Read the Psalms and realize I know nobody them. Them a try set me up with this body them. Successful life that I bother them. Power up and kill this snake pan the ladder them. Father God I made them fighting so hard. A lucky things to me no coward. A lucky thing me put me trust in the Lord. Them want me for dead in the mag like dog. No make do up your work and them get no reward. No make them get no reward. No make do up your work and them get no reward. Yeah. Everybody know I see a gully man from Maffy make it out. So gully man done, them a put me in a dark, make me holy lantern. From the gully woodhouse to me holy mansion. Can't take the visa, them can't do no sanction. Now everywhere me go I stand innovation. Jaja pick me never lose in no occasion. Them know me, the new innovation. Hey, Father God I make them fight me so hard. Lucky things to me no coward. A lucky thing me put me trust in the Lord. Father God, no make do of your work and them get no reward. No. No make do of your work and them get no reward. No. Father God, no make none of them get no reward. Father God, no make them get the reward. Father, calling God again. It's me again. It's me again. Father. Yeah. Father God, I make them fight me so hard. A lucky thing to me no coward. A lucky thing me put me trust in the Lord. Them want me for dead in the mag like dog. No make do up your work and them get no reward. No make them get no reward. No make do up your work and them get no reward. No.
Alrighty then, that was Mavado with a nice one there, Father God. Brought to you by HK Paints for people who dream in color. I see Sean is here for the producers. You brought to you by Spectrum Insurance Broker, setting the industry standard.
Well, thank you very much. Good afternoon, gentlemen, as we get ready for the ISA Boys and Girls Track and Field Championships, which starts tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock inside the National Stadium. 5 days of fun, 5 days of activities, 5 days of excitement, you may say. Yes, the the schedule has been changed somewhat for the last year now. The 100 meters now on Wednesday, and that's the final. It was always on Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and however, it has been changed to Wednesday. Now, the big question is who will win the boys' champs and who will win the girls' champs? Well, fine. The answer lies on Saturday. But the fact is that two teams are going to go right at it in both divisions, both genders. On the boys' side, it will be the defending champion, Kingston College, going up against the 2021 winners, Jamaica College. Yes, many persons were saying Calabar this, Calabar that, but no, Calabar will be a distant third. I think maybe 40 points or 35 points off the pace. They don't have a Class 1 team that is strong. But Jamaica College, who has a Class 3 team, that's not that great either, they will form a great challenge to Kingston College, and they'll be right there, maybe a blanket finish between the two teams. Now, JC, if they get, and I say this much, if they get at least 25 points from Class 3, they will win champs. If they don't get that, it will be difficult for them to do that. And if they can find it somewhere, somehow, that 25 points in Class 3, Jamaica College will win champs. If they don't, it will be Kingston College. However, it's going to go right down on the line. On the girls' side, Edwin Allen going up against Hydel. Yes, St. Jago will be there, very technical. Homewood Technical will be right there in the mix. But it's between Hydel and it's between Edwin Allen, the defending champion. Not like it was at Central Championship where it was Hydel winning by half a point. A lot of changes going to be happening there because few athletes who took part at Central Champs won't be at boys and girls track and field championships. However, it's going to go right down on the line because the middle distance where Edwin was strong for the last couple of years, they're not that strong anymore to dominate as they did even last year. So it's going to be interesting between those two teams heading on the final day on Saturday. Will it be Hydel? Will it be Edwin Allen? Now, I thought, however, Edwin had about a 30-point lead, but after doing our checks, it goes down to teenage, like 11, 12, 13-point lead. May end up like the year that they won by 7 points over Hydel. It's going to be that close between those two teams. But guess what? Only time will tell, and you can listen right here as we give our point standings or give our commentary and our analysis on the 2023 Boys and Girls Track and Field Championships.
All right, then that was Sean Grant. Factual opinion there, brought to you by Spectrum Insurance Brokers setting industry standard.
Sean spent 5 minutes doing a producer's view. That didn't tell us who he thinks will win. 5 minutes. Sean, you could have said all of that in 60 seconds. People, it's going to be close between Idel, Edwin, and it's going to be close between JC and KC. You could take 15 seconds to do that. All right.
Who's this,
Mr. T?
Or correction? Which one?
Correction.
Hello?
Hello? No, God, no. Sean, take 5 minutes and then at the end of it, I'll say it will be closer. Sean, we know it. Sean, listen how long it takes me to say it will be a close champ. Press a stopwatch. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be close between Hydel and Edwin Allen. And it will be close between KC and JC. 4.5 seconds. Sean, take 5 minutes to tell us it's all close between the two teams. Shall we know say it close?
All right, we'll go to know. Mr. T?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. T.
We just want to get some clarity for a few things. Did you just say LeBron went to 10 straight finals?
No, he went to 10 finals overall.
Well, you used the word straight, so that was...
We lost him?
Pardon?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. And then just some clarity, the cricket guru, Mr. Higgins.
Yes, sir.
I will present something to you. Number one batsman who has a decent average, and I won't give you a figure, but he's a good batsman.
Which version of cricket we have?
50 over.
50 over. He has a decent average. What's his strike rate?
No, well, that's not important based on the question I have.
All right.
You'll appreciate it afterwards. All right. There's a number 5 batsman who has a number 5 batsman average.
What's a number 5 batsman's average?
All right. Let's put some numbers. Fine. Let's say the number 1 batsman has a 45 average.
In one-day cricket?
Yeah.
I want to know what his strike rate is, though. You can't discuss averages without discussing strike rate in limited overs cricket. For me to understand how significant
So
you are, I want to know how
change,
fast you score.
if I change the version, then it will be better.
If it's test cricket, it matters less.
All right, so let's go to test.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a 45 average.
Right.
And the other one, who is a number 5 batsman,
Yeah.
has a, let's say, 26 average.
Yeah.
All right. Now, in a test, the number 1 batsman performs worse than his norm. That's below his average. And the other batsman...
And he performs worse than his average and now drops down to what? Because 45 and 44 is worse than his average.
All right.
You have to be more specific, man.
I have to get that specific one.
Yeah, because worse, I don't know how worse.
Okay.
So you're taking a lot of time and I'm not hearing where you're
So, because I thought the scenario would not have to present all these fine details. So I guess I have to come back with that scenario.
You have to, because you're presenting numbers that are in a shell and that really not telling me nothing.
All right, then, fine. Here's a general question.
Yeah.
Would you regard someone's performance as being better than someone else if the person performs? You know what? Guess what? I'm going to restructure this and come back. So Zidane. I'm going to restructure this and come back.
Yes.
Zidane.
Yes.
Here's the question.
Carla, I can understand your dilemma. You know, so you have to make sense when you come. Think about it when you're coming again. I prefer you didn't do what others have done on the program at times. Just come on and plow ahead even though them know the reasoning or sound. I prefer you take the time and realize, well, I have to come with a sounder argument. I will wait a day. So
I'm going to get some figures.
I think you're doing the right thing.
All right, so Zidane, here's the question now.
Hold the line, Mr. T. Hold the line. We'll take a break. We'll come back.
Are you the domino champion of Jamaica? Supreme Ventures is calling all domino players to come drop a 6-pound them at the 2023 Supreme Domino Masters Tournament. Enter to play in any one of 7 community tournaments to win $150,000. Then get another chance to win $1 million and enough other prizes at the National Finals in Kingston. Visit SVLdomino.com for more information. Follow us on social media at SVL Domino to keep up with the winnings. Conditions apply.
It's the 2023 Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs. And you guessed it, the #1 sports radio station, KLS FM, will be in the thick of things just like White on Rice. Will Edwin Allen and Kingston College retain their titles, or will new champions be crowned? Join our experienced, knowledgeable, and entertaining team as we take you through the championships with analysis, interviews, and exciting commentary. Sponsored by Bashco, the store that gives you more. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working to serve you even better. Azan Super Center, the superstore for your home, and more. Grace Kennedy Remittance Services. Win it with your GKMS Western Union School Spirit. Grace Foods. Taste that moves you. Hawkeye Electronic Security Limited. Securing what matters most. Manchester Co-op Credit Union. Where service exceeds expectations. Island Eyewear Limited. Prescription eyeglasses starts at $5,900. Book your appointment now. WhatsApp 876-393-5263 or call 876-630-1180. Edicom Cooperative Credit Union. Join us today and benefit from our lowest mortgage and motor vehicle loan rates. And Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back, Mr. T. Yes.
Oh, we're back. All right, then. So, Zidane, here's the question. Why is LeBron James the GOAT of basketball?
That's a question?
That's a question.
You're asking me for my opinion?
Yeah, man, of course.
He's the dominant force I've ever seen in the league over a sustained period.
What's dominance? How do you quantify dominance?
How much you dominate the game, man? Points, rebounds, assists, steals, block. How consistent you are over a period of time.
So stats is your measure.
Yes.
Because that's what you just said. Points, rebounds, that's the stats.
Yeah, well, yes.
That's it? So just stats alone?
Yeah, man. Nothing else. Your performance. Straight performance, my deal.
And so that's your one argument.
Yeah, man. He's the most dominant force I've ever seen, my boss, over a long period. Over a sustained period. Yes.
So for points, he's the best scorer. Asking, he's the best scorer.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Best
greatest scorer of all time.
I didn't ask if it was the greatest, the best.
You asked me about greatness, you know. GOAT, you know.
So he's the greatest scorer.
He's the greatest scorer of all time. Yes.
Who is the greatest cricketer of all time?
Garfield Sobers.
No, you would say it was something there.
Bradman?
Yeah.
No, that's Orville.
No, I mean, you say Bradman.
Oh, I swear, when did it agree upon this?
Nice try.
Mr. T, I mean, you say Bradman.
Me Sobers as the greatest, my boss.
I went Zidane change him out.
Man, say me change my mouth. No, sir, I never said that.
Mr. T, yeah, try catch the 2 away and you're running roadblock both times. Come back tomorrow.
No, guess
if
what?
there's a tomorrow. Oh, champs coming.
Here's what I want, because Zidane just says dominance. That's it.
Yeah.
And he used stats purely.
Yeah, man.
So what else should it be if it's not dominance and stats?
So what I will do, I will show you why tomorrow or some other time when I call, why his stats alone is just not enough to make LeBron greatest.
All right, call me tomorrow.
All right, my boss.
All right.
Cool, Mr. T. Big up.
Who else now?
Lions have
I call now people. Call people that text my phone so they will want to get through. So here's your opportunity. After 2 hours and 20 minutes, there's a window now where you can call. 968-8117. So that's 876-968-8117. And if you call right now, you're in the system. 876-968-8117. And you go straight back in on it. You just come straight in the system.
Where's Dwight Chateau? I want to think what that call the program, Dwight.
Dwight will not call, man. No Dwight like booking a big.
No, so we can't believe the man now get the magnum out of it.
Nah, man.
Dwight really run to the bill. Dwight.
Dwight's theory got destroyed in the biggest batting run fest of all time.
It is interesting that we made the most runs. Our 2 teams made the biggest score ever. And the team that won never had the most boundaries. It's interesting.
That may I tell you?
You don't think that big score that eventually resulted in a victory, that would have been a game to show that, listen, boundaries is the key.
Yesterday was the most we ever licked with cricket ball. Now we're live.
I will still lose.
And the team that beat we never had lick the amount of 6 and 4 with a lick. What does that say about the licking 6 and 4 theory? What does that say? When we hear that, T20 is all about boundary hitting. When I was saying T20 is about bowling to him about. We won because we were a big hitting team. Me know who else now go call that. And do I chat to alone won't call? Me know at least one more man now. T20 was a boundary hitting team, and I said, brother, we won the World Cup them not only because we had a liquid ball. We had Narayan and Badri. Narayan and Badri are just as important as any 2 batsmen we would have. See it here? We make the most we ever make and lose comfortably. What does that tell you? Zidane is if a 1-over game, me bowl 6 ball to you and you bowl back 6 ball to me. It's not only batting win that. You say your ability to bowl your 6 ball good is just as important as your team's ability to lick with the 6 ball. A cricket it name, batting and bowling are equally important. Those who tell you that T20 is more about batting, no really understand. No batting, no cricket at all is more important. Is batting more important than bowling? Just like in no football game, is forward more important than defense, or vice versa. It's your ability to stop the other man them batting and your ability to lick with the cricket ball. Equally important.
Yes, indeed.
So it's about batting. Well, we lose yesterday, having made more than we ever make. Explain that. Good.
Record defeat.
Record score. You can't want we lick with the ball more than how we lick it with. And when the game done, South Africa celebrate. They don't talk. Oh, it's still now.
Let's give the numbers again. If you call, you get on right now. So call Phil right now when you will talk to Zidane and Orville.
Yeah.
876 968 8117. So that's 876 968 8117. Call Phil right now and let your voice be heard.
All right. What else in the news we're not touch it since we come on? Oh, the transgender thing. When the news are broke?
Last week.
Oh, I found we had last week.
No surprise there.
My thing took a little bit too long.
The
minute that people who were men want to run as women, come on. It should have just done. The Olympic people took a little bit too long. But me tell you, it's coming up towards 3:30. No Dwight Chateau. And none of one next particular call. I call the name. T20 is a boundary thing game. Just hit the more boundary and you win cricket. Not T20. Them not gonna call today. Them I go.
You know, so we hear him something at Brock because I think
I
think West Indies hit the most boundaries in the first game, right?
I don't remember the first
game. Man, I think so that you run up him out somewhere.
Me never called the name. But
do it, man.
Oh,
he was somewhere talking about how West Indies hit the most boundaries and they won. But I noticed.
But we don't. But when West Indies don't hit the most boundaries, as me keep telling Dwight,
or when a team doesn't hit the most boundaries and wins, it doesn't.
As me tell Dwight, in most games, the teams that wins the most boundaries will win. But in every game, the team that make the most runs will win. Now, if you can eliminate that balls in between the ball and your liquid, that must add to your score, So, if you can lick 6 and 4 at the same level, where you always lick 6 and 4, but rather than 35 dots, you now have 20 dots, so you get 15 singles on top of all of them boundaries. How does that not make you a better team? Me not get it.
I remember the other person you're not mentioning the name was trying to say that maybe when they focus on making the singles, they impact their boundary hitting ability. You remember that?
I don't want that.
So if it just block it and concentrate on hitting the boundaries. That was the argument from the other.
So when remember it's 2 away about So when me take a single and you come up as let me tell you the other thing that singles do to which I've never really gone into that aspect of it. You see when one man bowl a ball to you and you take a single, his plan to the other, because all bowlers want to bowl 3 and 4 ball at you.
Want to size you up, man.
Them want to say, all right, me only go 2 outswinger, then me I go to that, me I go give him a slower one. You see, every time you take a single, his plans have to now change because every batsman bat different. The batsman, you can't pitch up, he may last the ball. The batsman, his length, you have to bowl different length to every batsman. The man is short and the man is tall. The length you can bowl to the short man, you can't bowl it to the tall man. One might be a left-hander, one might be a right-hander. One scores in different areas. Every time you bowl a ball and a man come and strike, and the next man come and strike. The field changes, the field is likely to change. The bowler's length and line is also likely to change. So it's not just the numerical value that a single creates. It's the fact that captains now have to do something different when a different batsman strike. Bowler has to do something different. It's mentally more taxing when the man rotate strike in between sixes than the other leg off of one man. But they've not going at them things because clearly them cricket aspect there is a little bit too high for them, man, I understand. The other thing I wanted to explain, I'm glad we have a little lot. When I tell people that Shea Hope make more runs against the small teams at a greater disparity than most, they point out to me, but the small teams have good bowlers as well, which is true. Bangladesh have some good bowlers, Afghanistan have some. And I wanted to make the point from last week that making runs against big teams or small teams is not just only about the bowling or the bowlers. When you're playing against Afghanistan, the captaincy of Australia is going to be usually higher than the captaincy of Afghanistan. The Australians are going to set better fields generally. The Australians are going to have a better, a better cricket analyst. So they'll know, hold on, he must score these areas, he probably won't score these areas. What is his go-to shot after your time down for him lick over cow corner? The analysis is better with the big teams, you know. You understand the point I'm making? It's not just the bowling, you know. It's not just the bowling. So the big teams are going to have bigger plans. They are usually able to feel better as well, you know. So the Australians in the field more likely to feel better than Bangladesh in the field. You know? So making runs against bigger teams is not only about the quality of the bowlers, you know. You have to, the captaincy is better, the strategy is better, the feeling is better, and all of them things that you have to also take into consideration when you have to ball runs against them. Okay? All right, more to come after that.
We take the break.
Morris Fish and Jerk Hut, best Jamaican jerk, serves authentic Jamaican food located at Clarendon Park and Annex Plaza in Mandeville. Known for its jerk fish dishes and curry goat, we offer outdoor dining, takeout, as well as catering for all occasions. Live DJs every weekend, Friday to Sunday at both locations. You may contact us at 876-867-6572 and 876-796-2121. Omega Radio now presents Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, Anybet, and Dangel's Auto Spares and Accessories. Antonio Conte has thanked Tottenham's fans for their support and appreciation, while also saying he welcomed those at the club who shared his passion for football. The Italian left by mutual consent on Sunday after 16 months in charge, his exit following a furious post-match interview on March 19. Conte wrote that our journey together has ended, but I still wish you all the best. That is sports in a minute.
KLS FM has just presented Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Anybet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. And Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
Anytime you taste any grace products, me and my friend them a fi bust dance moves. I fi run to the pot when me granny a boil soup. Grace food products, in that make it go down smooth. The taste that moves you, fuel the vibes anytime when the beer Grace foods from the ends. Yeah, taste that moves you, from the spices move you. Everybody shout out Grace.
When the food sweet, we dance. When the vibe nice, we love. The taste that moves you. Grace bringing the food you love.
Nothing moves your vibe, your mood, or your appetite like the taste of Grace.
It's the 2023 Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs. And you guessed it, your #1 sports radio station, KLS FM, will be in the thick of things just like White on Rice. Will Eden Allen and Kingston College retain their titles, or will new champions be crowned? Join our experienced, knowledgeable, and entertaining team as we take you through the championships with analysis, interviews, and exciting commentary. Sponsored by Bashco, the store that gives you more. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working to serve you even better. Azan Super Center, the superstore for your home and more. Grace Kennedy Remittance Services. Win it with your GKMS Western Union School Spirit. Grace Foods. Taste that moves you. Hawkeye Electronic Security Limited. Securing what matters most. Manchester Co-op Credit Union. Where service exceeds expectations. Island Eyewear Limited. Prescription eyeglasses starts at $5,900. Book your appointment now. WhatsApp 876-393-5263 or call 876-630-1180. Edicom Cooperative Credit Union. Join us today and benefit from our lowest mortgage and motor vehicle loan rates. And Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
We understand that is not that the people aren't trying to call, but the boards are down.
Yeah, the lines just start acting.
The lines are going completely haywire. So until the calls start coming back or the board is sorted out. The point I was just making, people like Andre is somebody who understands cricket to a certain level. Andre was telling me and telling Jamaica by extension that, but it's unfair to say Hope doesn't do well against lesser teams because the lesser teams have great bowling or great bowlers as well. Andre, it's not about just great bowlers.
Well, I think he will tell you that the main thing
is about
the quality of the bowling.
It's 70%.
Yeah.
The other 30%. Let me tell you something. You see, in cricket at that level, they have a man called the analyst. They look at Zidane and them say Zidane has him score between point and cover more than how him score between mid-wicket and square leg. They'll then inform the captain. They'll say to the captain.
So the Bangladesh team and Afghanistan do have analysts?
Not to the same quality as the big teams. The bigger the teams, the bigger the minds of the cricketing analysts in those teams. So we can know that the Brazilians and the Argentines in football will have bigger football analysts than Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. It's just a fact, which is part of the reason why they are big teams to begin with. So the Australians or the English will be able to look on your game and get the top analyst to say, what does he do when he's on 20 and him not score? What is his go-to shot? Or him flag over mid-wicket to the leg spinner. That kind of analysis goes into big team preparation more than Polika West Indies. Me can tell you that.
But it depends on who is the analyst.
If the big teams are going to afford the best analyst, just like how they afford the best coach. Their plans for you are going to be different. Just like how we are talking about Ravman yesterday. Ravman is going to make, on average, a little bit more mistake than the top captains of the top teams. Granted, them team better than you to start with, but those like a 5%ers, those like a 10%ers. And like I said, I don't think it's the real thing. Ultimately, that will come down to how good your bowling attack is.
Indeed.
That is a 70%. But part of the reason why Australia and England is more likely to beat you is not only the quality of the attack, it's the quality of the planning.
But in Australia have the better bowlers generally than the others.
I agree.
The same.
But the quality of the planning. So even when you see Hope are going to go well now, they will know long before the game starts where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are. The captain will also know that because that is going to be telegraphed. The most skip, the money for example, at one point, Ravman in international cricket couldn't bat leg spinners. The bigger teams are going to know that before the smaller teams. And they're going to bowl, they're going to have the resources to tap into your weaknesses more than the smaller teams. So while the quality of the bowling is maybe even more than 70%, maybe 80%, but that 10, 20, 25% factor is the planning. And big teams going to plan for you better than the small teams. For sure. Logically. And therefore, you're not just competing against the man we are running into you. You're competing against them analysts. You're competing against the captaincy. You're competing against all of that. Which is why big teams continue to be big teams and the lesser teams will struggle. And also a part of it, is how big teams get players to be big players. They are able to fine-tune your game. Our players in the West Indies, for example, want to train and can't. The facility that Sabina Park, they've no idea.
Mm-hmm.
You get me?
Yes.
So while the bowl in the first world countries, a youngster who is a bowler is going to be able to go to his ground, the test bowlers, and get conditions to bowl and things. So it's not just raw ability on the field. The line still not sorted out, people.
Well, that's strange, because after Mr. T, nothing. So it was working.
I don't understand.
Mr. T was on.
Sean, you want to come take 5 minutes and say champs will be close?
Well, he did say, if Jamaica College win class 3 by 25 points, then they will win champs.
Then Sean.
Oh be anti Sean if they win by 25 points and don't win champs.
Sean, if JC win.
No, him try running off and come out straight. But I want JC to win class 3 by 25 points and don't win champs.
When him said that? When you go on a while ago?
No, he said it on here.
Oh, you said that on here?
Yeah, he said that if JC wins class 3 by 25 points, they will win champs.
They Sean, every year if JC win by 25 points in class 3, they don't win, Sean. No? But most of the year, if they win class 3 by 25 points, won't win. Probably not. All right. JC not normally did. Me don't know. But the lines are down, people. So is just the 4 lines, Sean, if they call through the regular switchboard, would they be able to come on? If them call the regular KLS line? No. Can we try that? Because the dead ear now I got too long. But Mr. Dead ear, the inability to interact with the callers, to get longer now. But people are not full fault. And yes, when I blow up my phone, I understand that in a calling. And can't get through. Yeah.
Maybe we can do what they suggested the last time.
Sean, there are people texting my phone to say we can call them.
Yes.
And they'll get on. We can't do that. Nothing the phone, no phone now go in or out. Lord Jesus.
What the time?
3:41. What we do for 19 minutes, Mr. Producer? Stay and talk. But
at 25, I'm gonna watch keenly to see if Jamaica College will win class 3 by 25 points.
We can't make no call out. If the building are burning, we can't call the fire station.
You know, Shana Chidal, that now happen. They're not going to beat KC class 3 by 25 points. That's all like a massive gap.
I don't know.
So Sean basically say KC will win, chaps.
And that's the man say?
Yeah, pretty much.
But even now I say it directly.
No one say it straight.
But I hear a lot of people say it's going to be a close champ. That whoever win the boys' side now win by more than 10 points. You agree with that, Sean?
All right. I'm understanding that's weird.
Here's what I want to ask about since the phone's down. Brianna Williams losing to one of the Clayton twins weekend gone. How significant? Come here, Sean. You have to come around.
Yeah,
We have 19 minutes to fill while the phone line cat is working feverishly on the other side. I don't know what happened to the lines. So the Clayton twin beat Brianna. How significant is that? Understand that is it Tina beat Brianna on the 200 weekend? Is that significant?
In terms of what?
In terms of what can we expect from both of them?
From Tina? No.
For the rest of this?
No. In terms of 200 meters, Tina, no, not her greatest event at all at this present time.
But she beat Brianna. What does that mean for Brianna?
That doesn't mean good for Brianna at all. I looked at the race over and over again. I was surprised because I was even commentating the race, and I was surprised that Tina was ahead of her coming around the bend and maintained the form. Actually extended the lead coming home. I did not like what I saw from Brianna. It's early days yet, but I did not like what I saw. I not about placing second, not about the time, but in terms of her form, everything about her, she looked ragged. I never liked how she looked on the track, to be honest. So I'm a bit concerned, but I know she is in a good camp, a young camp and a good camp. However, let's see what happens. But I am a bit concerned though with what I saw on Saturday with Brianna.
All right. Who your
Sherry Karan as well?
Yeah.
How did she look? Your favorite athlete.
My favorite athlete. Yeah. So anything I say now, I'm going to be biased, according to you guys. But she looked superb. And to be honest, she clocked 52 seconds over by GC Foster Classics 2 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago. And then after that, coming back at the National Stadium, Velocity 12, to clock 50 seconds, a world lead, 50 seconds. Now, you're going to ask the question, what event she will do. Will she continue on the 400 meters path by clocking 50 seconds so early? Or is it just what they have done in the past of just for strength work for the sprint? We don't know, but she is such a talented athlete. Whether it's my favorite athlete or not, she's such a talented athlete. She can do either 1, 2, and 4. But that run, though, that 50 seconds run on Saturday, that was a strong run from her. I thought too much movement for the shoulders coming down the stretch. But apart from that, I thought it was a very strong run from her, world lead.
What's the case with Shelly and Fraser? It's been rather quiet in her camp.
It's okay. She's okay.
That's something normal.
It's normal for 9, I think.
April 9.
As she gets older, you have to be very, very selective and careful. You can't just
she has a wild card for the world championship.
Yeah.
So
she's defending champion.
So she not have to peak for trial.
No. No.
So she can.
Oh, yes. And as he said, she's older now, so you don't want to do.
Yeah, man. Everybody have peak for trial.
Well, you have to. I mean, you have to peak and maintain it for some time. But everybody's peaking for trials. So what was good to see though, not not Saturday gone, with Saturday before, that you had 3 or 4 individuals going 45 seconds. Well, 4 individuals actually going 45 seconds on the men's side in the 400 meters. And the 4 individuals were from 3 different camps.
Okay.
You don't normally see that. So early in the season, but you don't normally see that 45 seconds early in the season and all from 3 different camps from 4 athletes.
All right, let me just do some things with people and with us since we're on the phone. Congratulations to OB Vineyards for winning the Kingston and St. Andrew Masters League and beat up a side named Park Rovers 2-1. Park Rovers have people like Rowan Bumpy, Nelson, Roberto Fletcher, Fabian Watkins. Big up to the Masters League winners, OB Vineyards. Now, something.
Fabian Watkins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we have the line back.
It's Excelsior ball, man. That's what
I think we should take the break.
I could take the break, yeah. And then
so we'll take the break first, and then we'll come back to the lines.
Yeah.
Anytime me taste any grace products, me and my friend them a fi bust dance moves. I fi run to the pot and me granny a boy soup. Grace food products in that make it go down smooth. The taste that moves you, fuel the vibes anytime when the beer Grace foods from the end. Yeah, the taste that moves you, from the spices move you. Everybody shout out Grace.
When the food sweet because we're the bad guys we love. The taste that moves you, Grace bringing the food you love.
Nothing moves your vibe, your mood, or your appetite like the taste of Grace.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. We have a call.
Yeah. Hello.
We still don't have a call. Hello. We keep trying.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hey, Zidane, what's up?
What's up?
Orville.
Yes, man.
This is Emirates.
Yes, man. Big up.
Yes, Emirates.
Why the France hold on to the skin and teeth a while ago, man?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't watching the game, you know.
Yeah, boy. Ireland really pressed them.
Yeah. What we know is that a lot of small nations are over there in Europe, you know. So
Yeah.
sometimes the big teams, so them catch a small one, them then beat them up. But when you catch the other one, them are competitive. It can be a struggle.
Yeah, boy. Boy, the game yesterday, boy. What a game, man.
Jamaica and Mexico.
No, man, not that one.
The Western is South Africa.
Western is South Africa. Well, you know, we want to cost Western is, but boy, somehow I feel kind of unjustified to cost them. I think if I were to
No,
cost
man,
them,
me not cost them. What you say we are cost them?
I mean, I would say, you know, you really have blame them that they should have really won. But
No. I'm pointing out that the team that won contrary to the philosophies where some cricket dunces there tell me.
What's that now?
That win the boundary count, you win the game. And that dot ball percentage do matter. Once you are liquid cricket ball.
You're still up on that, man.
When them moments are come, you have to use them for teach, man.
Yeah, but I feel that's a certain thing you call no-brainer, man. I mean, you know.
Then if it was a no-brainer, why were so many people arguing with me against?
Sometimes you see the challenge. Sometimes is that people trying to get bragging position, or so they take certain position. Sometimes when it make no sense.
And I'm saying when them take certain position that makes no sense, and we see occasions like this, then it is my duty to point out to those who were talking things that don't make no sense. Don't blame me.
Yeah, but I think we should drop it now, man, because there are certain things we must come and say, boy, listen, this is the situation going for. Leave it alone. But anyway, I'm not talk about it from that point. I'm just saying in relation to the game, I was saying that Western is going to do enough, but I think, looking at the statistics and so on, they did pretty well. I mean, the history is against them because I realized that I look at the top 20 games like that, high-scoring games, almost only 5 teams batting first have been able to defend those high totals.
No, man, nobody never defends such a total. Nobody never.
No, man. No.
Nobody never chased down a total like that.
No, I talk about successive. I mean, top scores coming up to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like the one before, which was West Indies, one before was no team, Bulgaria. But I didn't even look at that. Let's look at Australia versus New Zealand in Auckland, where there was, I think, New Zealand put up 245. So I'm looking at all those games going back and said that the team that bat second 15 times out of 20 won.
And someone thought that, I'm saying to myself, West Indies should have been able to defend it based on the fact that you have the score on the board, which to me is a psychological advantage.
Yes.
But the history not showing that at all. So, why? It was a tough game though. But I think all in all, the fact that
the point I'm making is say Emirates.
Yeah.
West Indies. My argument is not just based on yesterday's game.
Yeah.
West Indies are a 2-time world champions. West Indies are struggling now to be relevant in T20 cricket.
Yeah, boy.
So we have dropped from being the best in the world to now I don't even think we're ranked in the top 6.
Well, it's really bad.
And I'm pointing out the reasons why. The reasons why is that the way we approach T20 cricket 8 years ago, we can no longer approach it that way.
Yeah, man, that become obsolete.
We were then a team that depended on 6 hitting. But the rest of the world catching up. See, like how we can lick 6, the rest of the man then can lick 6 too.
Yeah.
We are no better really. I know. It's like how one time when you say Gill, Pollard, Bravo, Russell.
Yeah.
No, the rest of the man them are lick with the ball just like we do.
Exactly.
So
I think it's special project.
What they now have over us now though. So they might match us for 6 hitting and 4 hitting. They have added, or they have the ability to add that 20% dynamic to them game.
Yeah, that is always the thing beating us.
Yeah.
So
while we may match them, let us say them even fall 5% behind with boundary licking ability.
Yeah.
But them 15 points ahead of we in strike rotating ability. And them bowl better than we. Them are going to win more times than we.
Exactly.
Which is why they ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we don't have number 8 and 9.
Exactly.
Thank you.
In this game, because I didn't look at the stats from that point of view, who scored more boundaries?
We scored more boundaries, man. We made 200 runs.
Yes.
In boundaries between 4 and 6. South Africa was 194. South Africa win.
All right.
I'll leave it there.
We're squeezing one. We're squeezing a couple more.
Yeah, because the phones are down, the lines them jam up. So make us squeeze 1 or 2. Yeah.
All right. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Arthur.
Arthur Hall. What's up?
Yes, Virgin.
But there, bye-bye.
You draw me out today.
Yeah.
Watch it. The person who says singles not important in a 2020
Overrated. Use that word.
Overrated in a 2020 game, don't know cricket. And the person who uses yesterday's game to justify that argument that they made that singles are not overrated, never watch a game. So I am suspecting that you never watch the game, Patty.
The man's going to watch the game. Arthur, you really believe a game like that, so then I go and watch the game?
No, so Orville, if a game like that I go on,
yeah.
The West Indies played 35 dot balls. 18 of those dot balls were in the first 9 overs. The second over, that little spinner name Markham, when Kyle Myers was still finding his footing, Kyle Myers faced 5 balls. Well, Jonathan Charles took one and then him take a single, and Kyle Myers could not read the spinner any at all.
But how does that change me? It means that up at the top, because only 4 or 5 wickets will lose,
Yes.
Which means that it is the people them up at the top. Somebody up there so never did I get the amount of singles them should I get.
Watch it, I'm saying if you watch the game,
yeah,
we took 2 singles. One of them, him run out dead. A crazy single and they missed the stump. Well, Arnold won the ball with 2, nobody backing up.
Yeah.
Arnold shy without the batsman in the picture any at all. We were going for those tight singles. On another day in the patches, those 10 dot balls that Rabada bowled, on another day we used a 3, 4, or 4 final. Many of those dot balls yesterday were just beautiful deliveries. He was beating the outside edge, beating the inside edge, cutting batsmen in half. So when we say that West Indies are not taking the singles, the game yesterday, Patches, shouldn't be the one you point to.
No, Arthur, all I'm pointing out now is that the team that scored better, that had the better dot ball percentage, won the game. That's a fact,
Yes. So
and the team that hit less boundaries also won the game.
So I am saying don't use that game yesterday.
No, man, no. My argument about singles and dot ball and percentage never started yesterday, you know. All I'm saying is that yesterday was one glaring example in the biggest run chase ever. That you can actually make the most runs ever make in a one-day game while not making the amount of boundaries where the other team make.
So I am saying, though you're using yesterday's patches to justify your
No.
I was listening on the radio.
Arthur, if yesterday never happened, I would still believe that we should improve with that ball percentage.
And
so improving our efficiency in scoring big totals.
In that case, you and I are on the same ground.
Yes. So it's just like they used to tell me that make more boundary, win the game.
I think yesterday the fellas really tried for the sharp singles. I mean, we must, even in a match like that, you know, a bowler went for less than 10 runs, you know.
Arthur, I'm not saying that we didn't. I'm not saying that we didn't try, you know. I'm saying that we weren't as successful in doing it as the team that beat it.
Okay.
That's all, miss.
It's probably where you should have left it and where I will left it. You should have probably left it that their bowlers were better in a batting friendly condition.
Which they are too. But Arthur, me used to tell them that too. Them used to tell me, say, Western has been to World Cup because of our big hitting. And me said, really? We win World Cup because we were the most balanced cricket team out there. Now Ryan and Badre and what them do with the ball, and Dwayne Bravo, who during those years was probably the best exponent of the slow ball in world cricket, were just as crucial to because them used to tell me, say, nothing no go so.
I'll leave it to your patches to say, would, and this is just wood and conjecture.
Yes.
Would Azari Joseph and left arm pacer, Obadiah McCoy, been in that bowling attack yesterday, would things have been different?
It would.
Would the skipper give him?
I'm not playing Cottrell and leave out Joseph. That is a joke. Joseph has been the best white, but hey, Joseph is ranked number 11. Hold on, somebody might call and cuss me, say me must check if him been injured first. You know them judge me a little bit harder than them judge others. But if Joseph is fit, then there is no reason why Cottrell should play and Joseph not play.
I think Joseph was just rested though. He has played every match on what has been a long tour.
Well,
3 test matches, 2 one-days, and 1 T20. I think he was just rested. But yeah, since you're not using yesterday, I think I can leave it there.
No, man, yesterday, if there was no yesterday, my argument wouldn't change. Just yesterday, in the greatest run chase of all time. Because them say 1/6 of the Philip, you lick it, you know. And yesterday was the perfect opportunity to lick with the cricket ball. But even then, the team were beat with. Did I do better at rotating the strike now? That's all.
All right, cool, Patrick. Cool, Zidane.
Big up, Arthur. Well, that's it.
We ask, that. One
last one, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
You have 2 minutes. Use it wisely or less.
Yeah, man. Me know I'm on 2 minutes. Evening, everybody.
Evening.
Now, you don't have place on the program with criticism?
What's that?
Well, there is a set of people out here that listen to this show, and maybe in the thousands, that are Christians.
Yes.
And we have been suffering listening to the program when the format was secular music. And maybe for the year, if you play 2 gospel songs, it would be enough.
Yes.
And now the station is changed to gospel.
Are you happy?
It seemed like, no, I'm not happy. And it seemed like true, the bishop said from the song have been sitting about God. You can't play it. So instead I want to play a couple of gospel for a year. I think God.
No, man, you have, well.
Oh, music I play.
Well, so what you say, you have.
Yeah, man, we're not hearing no gospel, brother. I see him tired artists that we are here when we used to play with in a secular time.
So
I
gospel.
see one they want to play.
But the song we are playing about God, man.
No, we want to hear gospel artists.
Oh, you want to hear gospel artists and not just about God's song?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's the difference.
Yeah, man, we are suffer, man.
Yeah, suffer.
Yeah, man, we are suffer.
Why you sound ungrateful? You wasn't hearing it, now you're hearing some.
Yeah.
Very regular.
No. We don't say something about God, but we want Christian artists, brother.
So you say another song we are talking about God. You want grace killers and
Christian artists.
I'll keep it down to it.
Christian song.
All right, boss.
Big up.
Your decision is bigger than me.
All right, that's it for the program this afternoon. Thanks to Kat Anderson. Thanks to Craig Manning. Thanks to Sean Grant, the producer. Thanks to all who took the time to listen and call us. Join us tomorrow. Same place, same time. We'll do it all over again. Solar.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m.
KLAS FM now presents a health alert. Sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
If you have fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical care early. Stay home if you feel unwell. If you have a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical attention and call in advance. Follow the directions of your local health authority. National and local authorities will have the most up-to-date information on the situation in your area. Calling in advance will allow your healthcare provider to quickly direct you to the right health facility. This will also protect you and help prevent the spread of viruses and other infections.
KLAS FM has just presented a health alert. Sponsored.
It's the 2023 Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs. And you guessed it, your number one sports radio station, KLS FM, will be in the thick of things just like White on Rice. Will Edwin Allen and Kingston College retain their titles, or will new champions be crowned? Join our experienced, knowledgeable, and entertaining team as we take you through the championships with analysis, interviews, and exciting commentary. Sponsored by Bashco, the store that gives you more. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Tax Administration Jamaica, working to serve you even better. Azan Super Center, the superstore for your home, and more. Grace Kennedy Remittance Services. Win it with your GKMS Western Union School Spirit. Grace Foods, taste that moves you. Hawkeye Electronic Security Limited, securing what matters most. Manchester Co-op Credit Union, where service exceeds expectations. Island Eyewear Limited, prescription eyeglasses starts at $5,900. Book your appointment now. WhatsApp 876-393-5263 or call 876-630-1180. Edicom Cooperative Credit Union. Join us today and benefit from our lowest mortgage and motor vehicle loan rates. And Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes.
It's now time for Golden Moment, sponsored by Total Vision. Your eyes are the windows to the world. Visit 2 Bryans Crescent, Maypen, or 10 Hagley Park Road, Kingston. And Surgix Jamaica Limited, compassionate healthcare.
After surprising many with a time of 11 teens in the girls' class 100 meters last year, 2019, the Issa Girls and Boys Track and Field Championships, Ashanti Moore of Hydel was labeled the favorite to take the double when she faced the starter in the girls' class 200 meters final.
Lizzie Freeman also won Not to Count Out. She represents the Queen School. She came in with the next best time of 23.69 seconds. Lane 6 has Okira Mari of Petersfield 1, certainly into contention here. 23.93 seconds. Tafara Rose of Hydel came in with a time of 24.06 seconds. And LaShawn Hay of Recees, 24.00 seconds. And the gun sends them away already. Traveling west, Petersfield's Okira Mari. Nice drive face for her. Pouring away though for the inside is Ashanti Moore. She's dubbed the favorite to come into this one. And look at her power away. This is the Class 1 event and Class 1 performance is what we're seeing right now. Ashanti Moore pulling away from the back. Okira Mari of Petersfield trying to catch up, but there's no catching. The powerhouse in it. Ashanti Moore from Hydel High. Ashanti Moore 20